And then right here we have some like super fluffy bread. And it's just so many things.
9块.
Ni hao, welcome to Hangzhou, China. This ancient city has a rich history that dates back at least 2,200 years. In fact, Hangzhou was one of the 7 ancient capitals of China and was also the capital of the southern Song dynasty. Today, Hangzhou is a bustling modern city that offers everything a traveler could possibly want, including beautiful sights, culture, history, shopping, and of course, phenomenal food. In this documentary, I'm taking you all around this gorgeous city, from the serene West Lake and the ancient Buddha statues of Lingyin Temple. We're also diving deep into Hangzhou's food culture and trying everything from beef wrapped in tofu skin to local street food to exotic bullfrog soup. So come with me on this thrilling adventure and find out why Marco Polo called Hangzhou the finest and most splendid city in the world. Let's go to Hangzhou, China.
Good morning, everyone. This is David Hoffman from Davidsbeenhere in Hangzhou, China. I'm here with my friend Jamie from Untour Food Tours. She's the owner and she has amazing food tours in Shanghai and Beijing, and now they're launching in Hangzhou. And I'm super excited. What are we gonna do today?
All right, so this is a sneak peek of our new tour in Hangzhou. So we're gonna explore some of the traditional snacks of Hangzhou, and we're also going to be exploring a tea house as well as some traditional temples too. So lots of food, lots of sightseeing. You're gonna have a good time today.
And this is a 3-hour tour, so get ready. Let's go.
你好，我们有一个梅干菜饼。
好的，谢谢。
All right, so this is a meigan cai bing, traditional Hangzhou treat. So they're gonna make it fresh for us. You can actually watch her rolling them out back there. And we're gonna have them pan fried. So this is a preserved mustard green with a little bit of pork as well on the inside, fried pancake.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
So preserved mustard greens. So that means it's part of the brassica family. So like Brussels sprouts or broccoli or kale and things like that. But it's not like anything you've probably ever tried before. And people usually either love it or they hate it.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna try it like this, really hot.
Oh, you can see the steam.
Oh. A little too hot.
A little too hot. Good view.
No, but it's really good. It's a lot of layers in here.
Yes.
It's not just like a very thin crepe, it's a few layers.
Very flaky pastry.
Ooh, and you said there's also pork in here.
There's a little bit of minced pork and green onion here.
And green onion.
Take
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
You take
that's the thing
that?
about China. They love everything hot. Hot water, hot food.
Yeah.
And they just take it down like boiling always.
Totally.
Now, oh.
Better hold this
Yeah,
up,
I'm just gonna hold it back. It's like veggies, minced pork.
Preserved thing, so it's a bit salty, a little umami flavor in there, and you also get green onions that add a bit of freshness.
Oh. The hard thing is the bag's hot.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not so hot though. Like it's very flaky.
Yeah.
A little airy. It's a nice pancake. The only thing missing, I think, is like a little sauce.
Yeah?
Yeah, but that's good. It's good. I like this though.
Awesome. All right.
All right,
We're gonna try another pancake with some sauce in just a minute.
Okay, okay. Wow.
All right, so let's get you popped. If you want to check out their grilling right over here.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So what
I'll
are
go
they
ahead
doing
and
here?
So we have, this is a Muslim snack shop because we're close to one of the biggest mosques in China. So they're grilling a little bit of lamb over there, and then in the kitchen they're making buns. And there's also noodles here. We're gonna try a beef roll.
So we're watching them fry some bread. It looks amazing. It's like bread, very fluffy bread. It looks like a roll in a way. And they're cooking it in this big like pan. It's full of oil. Friend, I'm gonna stick my hand here.
Well, we have two different types, but I definitely prefer this one than the kind of, this is more like you would add this to vinegar and dip a dumpling in. This is more for straight dipping. It's not as fiery, it's still delicious. Beef rolls wrapped in tofu skin. So this is called tofu pi. Yeah.
So let's dive in.
Yeah, so you just grab
Big chunk of meat.
So the beef is flavored with 5 spice.
Right.
So you get star anise flavors, these cinnamon, sort of clove, almost Christmassy flavors,
yeah.
and then a little bit of spice as well.
It's very different from anything I've tried in China so far.
Yeah.
I love the tofu.
Yeah.
Tried it. So you can see the spice, nice layer of tofu. It's like 2 or 3 layers there. And the meat, it just feels like minced meat that has been like put together with all these different spices. And I love the spice. It's not like too hot.
Yeah.
It doesn't like take over the flavor, you know? You're blowing me away with this dish.
So good.
I'm in love with this beef tofu roll. It is so good. It's extremely juicy, a lot of spices, a little crispy, and the spice. And I have the last piece. I mean, this is the ultimate beef tofu roll with the spice, crispy, spices. Take the store for this spot. We're not gonna tell you where it is. That was so awesome.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, this is one of my favorite places, and it's just a little bit, it's different than what people would normally think of as Chinese cuisine, because you have the Muslim influence, there's no pork, which 70% of the meat eaten in China is pork.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we're gonna walk over and see the mosque.
Okay.
That was originally built during the Tang Dynasty.
It's right here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And then we'll pop back and have some more snacks.
This is one of the 4 largest mosques in China.
Yeah, so over here we have the Feng Huangsi, which translates as Phoenix Mosque. And you can see from the building that it's relatively new, but it has been redone every couple 300 years basically. Every dynasty has had to redo it because there's either been a fire or it started to crumble, but it's been in this spot since the Tang Dynasty.
And it's still in functioning?
Yes, very much so. So it's quite famous for overseas Muslims to come and practice here when they come to China.
So next up, we're walking through a neighborhood wet market. So it's basically just like a vegetable market. They have some seafood, they have some poultry, some meat as well, and it's open air.
Fish that comes from the river or shrimp that comes from the river. Crabs as well. Eel over there in the red tub. And then anything that's already been killed over there, so anything not live, that's seafood. So these are bamboo shoots, local delicacy in Hangzhou. We'll try them later in a noodle dish, but these are fresh. You can see they're almost sold out, and it's, you know, not even noon yet.
Right here we have some razor clams, we have other clams. The eel, I mean, that's the most interesting for me. They're just like huge slithering eels. Wow, what type of eel is that?
That's freshwater eel.
It's freshwater eel?
Same as unagi.
So everything here is basically freshwater, right?
On this side, yes.
On this side, okay.
Freshwater.
Yeah, because we have West Lake and we have a lot of streams and rivers and canals coming all through here. Oh my God, we're walking into like the dried meats. That's the face of a pig.
Yes. And you have like entirely cured ducks. You have delicious sausage, some ribs over there. This is dried yellow croaker, and then of course pork belly, and then more types of sausage down there.
This is heaven. This is like heaven for me.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be crazy here, but this looks so good, and the fat on this.
Yeah. 是吗？从哪里来的？ All right, so he is of the honey seller here, and he's going to let us have a little taste of the honey that he brought from Shandong, where he's from.
谢谢。
这洋槐面沂蒙山的，哎，
这个多少钱？
这传的是啊，
It's like a very clear honey. Yeah. It's honey, but it's more like it's almost like a super runny honey. It's very runny.
Yeah, super runny.
It's not like
And
so sticky.
Floral?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a floral note.
Yeah, it's like some flour in there, right?
Yeah. 你好，老板。你家常饼没有吗？
那边没有了，稍微等一下了。
Okay, 好。He's making our next dish, which is going to be zhangshang, which is a spicy pancake, basically.
This vendor is basically a baker. He has biscuits. He has these amazing cones. It's probably really good with ice cream.
It's an egg roll in Chinese.
That's an egg roll. Okay.
Yeah, it's sweet.
It's an egg roll, but it looks like a waffle in a way.
Exactly, but it translates literally as egg roll.
An egg roll.
Yeah.
And then right here we have some like super fluffy bread. And it's just so many things. I'm gonna go inside and watch him make the dish.
9块. All right, so here we have a Huangzhou and Baijiu stop. Jiu is alcohol in Chinese, Huang is yellow, Bai is white.
Hangzhou is below 20% alcohol. Baijiu is above that. And here we have the cask or the barrels that they're aged in. And this right here is 12 yen for 500 milliliters of 46 proof. So that's Baijiu. My God, that's really strong.
Yeah.
And it's really cheap. $2
Yeah.
for 500 milliliters?
Yeah.
Wow, and how many do they have? I mean, so many.
Yeah, they have about 20 different varieties and they come from all over the country. Depending on where it's from, it'll be a different grain. So from up north, you might get a sorghum-based one. From down south, you'll get rice-based because we have a lot more rice down south.
It's basically like a pizza, right? And they cut it into like, you know, like small squares right there. The dough tastes just like a pizza. Nice light sauce on top. Not so spicy. So we also have some sesame seeds. Really good. And look at all that. So umami, because I feel like it's a nice, like almost a glazy red sauce, you know?
So it's made of chili paste, but it will have fermented beans in it as well.
Chinese pizza. Oh, that one had a little bit of spice too. Sesame seeds, good contrast there.
So I like it just a mild spice, just a little bit to get your tongue tingling early in the morning.
And when Jamie was telling me that it's really rude to eat with your hands, bare hands, you always have to hold the packaging, right? The plastic.
So you kind of, even if you're eating a burger at McDonald's in China, no one will ever hold it with their hands. They'll slowly peel off the wrapper, and so that it's always, then you keep it clean.
Exactly.
Your hands tend to be dirty. Okay, so this is one of the streets that has been redone. So they kept some of the historic buildings, like we have beautiful, you know, Corinthian columns up there. But this is kind of touristy area that we are walking through to get to our next stop. So we won't be eating on the street.
But I like it because I like the pedestrian-friendly zones. I mean, it's very nice. There's no cars, lots of shops, but obviously these are all like souvenir shops, a lot of clothing shops as well. If you're looking for Chinese clothing, there's a bunch of spots here.
Yeah, and you know, some gold seats over there. You can get your picture taken on and some crazy garb.
We're about to get to like a multi-generational pickle shop. So basically this has been here for a long time and we're gonna have these pickles with our tea.
So you can walk in, you already smell it. Like you got you got the sauce flavor, you've got the salted brine, very strong.
It's very potent. Like the aroma is just like hitting you hard. Wow. Okay.
You can see there's two main types of pickles in China. There's 130 different types of pickles in China, but there's two main types. One is a salt brine, so you'll normally get things like cabbage, like cruciferous vegetables in there, and then you also have a sauce one, and that is more like a soy sauce, or they'll put a fermented bean paste on there instead of just putting it in a brine. So this one over here that's quite dark, this is gonna be a soy sauce brine. Okay, so this is called Solomon's scroll. It's a flowering herb. So it kind of looks like, you're like, oh, what is it? Is it like some sort of bug? No, it is a flowering herb called Solomon's scroll and it's delicious. So we're gonna get some that have that. It also has a bit of daikon radish, ginger, and then pickles, or pickled cucumbers.
I don't see any.
Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Really nice in this shop because everything is sold by weight and they will actually weigh it and then let you put more liquid in if you want, so you don't have to pay for the brine. Super nice people. We're walking into this little wonton shop and this is great because they're still making the wontons fresh for the lunch rush.
Oh wow. Right here. Ni hao. Ni hao. Hen hao. Ni hao ma.
All right, so here we've got a pork wonton. You can see that the color of the wonton skin is almost translucent. That's because it's made with both a sweet potato starch and with wheat starch. You also see these little brown bits floating in it, and that is deep fried pork fat. So what we in the South, where I'm from, call crackling.
Here we go, super thin paper-like wontons. Wow, it looks almost like, I would say like the organs, like a stomach or something, just the way it looks, you know? Oh wow. Okay, here we go. Looks hot. Wow, that like evaporated in my mouth. It was so good. It was like, So they're basically called slippery wontons because they slip down your throat. Watch this. Gone. Like that.
These are two of Hangzhou's specialty dishes. On my right here we have beggar's chicken. So this is a type of chicken that's been wrapped in a lotus leaf, then wrapped in mud and baked in a fire. And then this is a type of noodle dish that has sliced bamboo as well as pickled mustard greens. So going to be slightly different from the Maegan side that we had at the first stop in the pancake.
So I'm gonna jump on the beggar's chicken. Remember, chopsticks, always chopsticks, don't use your hands. So I'm just gonna, whoa, it just fell apart. Wow, that's still steaming. So it's been cooked, it's been wrapped in a lotus leaf, then cooked, then wrapped in mud and cooked.
Yep.
Dip it in here. Whoa. Never had chicken like this before. It's super soft, but the flavor of the lotus leaf is in there. Probably the mud just helps it like
I guess, like almost slow cook in a way, right?
Exactly, so it kind of wraps it and steams it, so the chicken becomes so tender it literally falls apart. So that's a sign of a good baker's chicken, is that when you pick it up with chopsticks, it should just kind of
falls apart.
Yeah, falls off
Wow.
the bone.
It almost tastes like butter. Like it's just like it's that soft. This is so ridiculously good. I mean, the hard thing is getting in here. Just grab one of these. The next thing we're trying is one of the top 10 noodle bowls in all of China. All of China. And what she's saying is this is all called Biartuan, which is basically things that come from the river. So you got the bamboo, the chives, you have some other like vegetables in here. What is this? Like bamboo shoot or what? The bamboo shoot there. Yeah. Then we go in and get these noodles. They're like thick noodles, they're not so thin. Ooh, they're still really hot. Perfect, al dente. Let me get some of the bamboo shoot right there. It's like perfectly cooked too. And this is some pork, right there. So you got some pork, more bamboo shoots. Gotta mix it all in. Another thing I love about China is that you can slurp like that, and it's like, it's part of the culture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a little more and go back to that beggar's chicken. Hands down, the softest chicken I've ever had. So soft and tender. This vinaigrette sauce with a little bit of spice. Perfect. Slippery slope here. Oh, they're so good. They're so tiny. And this one, what I'm gonna do is put a little bit here. That's damn good.
Whole chicken head. I mean, they do the whole chicken in the mud and the lotus leaf, so you get everything.
Where are we?
So we're in the touristy section and we're gonna bomb on through and get out of here pretty quickly.
I'm pretty full, but we're gonna walk through here, explore a little bit, and then we're gonna go up a mountain. Whoa, this is cool.
This is an ancient street that was very popular in Song Dynasty and has been revitalized as of 2005. So there's lots of stores here where you can buy knickknacks, but we're gonna go right up the mountain.
So this street is basically another shopping street. You have kiosks in the middle selling souvenirs, and then over here you have all these different stores, restaurants, a lot of ice cream shops, and here we have Robert Downey Jr.
So you immediately smell the ginseng.
I smell 20 different things right now.
Here we have white cloud ear mushrooms. So these are a fungus that grow on trees, usually made into some sort of dessert soup. So most traditional Chinese medicine ingredients are things you actually eat as opposed to medicine. They will occasionally grind things up and make it into a pill form, but they have a saying in Chinese that if you take medicine without watching your diet, you're wasting your physician's time.
Man, this place has so many different things. These are like big funguses and mushrooms, like giant ones. If you see behind the counter, it's like huge. That's a big mushroom, right? I mean, that's ginormous.
So they've kept a lot of the original roofing and architecture here. And this here you can see actually there's ginseng in water, so you can come and look at your ginseng. They put these caterpillars over here that are, everything that's wrong with you it can fix. But they call them winter grass, summer caterpillar, because it literally is a grass and then it turns into a caterpillar. It's pretty crazy. We should go look at it.
And I love this building. I mean, it really takes you back to like old school China.
Yeah.
And that's like the detail work, and that's all wood. And you can see they carved every single thing.
So
dude,
this is centuries old. This ingredient over here will fix anything that's wrong with you. You're paying like 686 RMB for a gene, which is about 500 grams. In the winter time, it's a caterpillar, and then it buries itself, and in the summertime comes up as a grass.
It's time for a hike.
Yeah.
And where are we going?
So we're gonna go to the top of the mountain and go to a temple where we'll have some tea.
It's not a mountain, it's a hill.
But in Chinese, it's a mountain.
It's a mountain, awesome.
But yeah, like 12 floors.
And it's right here, I mean, quick walk, right?
Yep.
Oh wow, what's that smell?
That is moxibustion. Moxibustion is a type of smoke that they roll over your body as part of traditional Chinese medicine. So if you have arthritis, it's supposed to help a lot with that.
We're going to a temple, and inside the temple, there's a tea house. and from there we're gonna get epic views of the West Lake. The West Lake is the main attraction here in Hangzhou, and yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do that. I'm not doing it today, but what else can we expect up here?
Well, we're gonna have some snacks, we'll have some tea, and we'll also experience a little bit of traditional Chinese medicine culture as well from one of the temples. So this is the medicine god temple. You can come and pray to him if you're sick. And the man in gold in the center is Shen Nong, and he allegedly used to try poisons all the time to make himself sick and then try and fix himself, and the cure was always tea. 好，谢谢。稍等一下，给你2张票。好，谢谢。
If you guys don't know, the founder of Alibaba is from here. So this city, 100% of the city basically uses Alipay, and 98% of the city restaurants use Alipay.
100% of the public transportation in the city uses Alipay, 98% of the restaurants. So basically you can buy anything in the city with your phone.
Epic views, lots of green around here.
So green is so nice.
So green, it's so cool right now. Wow, the lake. Yes, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's massive.
可以可以。我们要2个人的龙井茶。
This is one of the best views I've seen in China. Right here we have the West Lake. Check the view out. I mean, it really looks like you're in Europe right now. Like a Switzerland, Bosnia feel. Very green, beautiful houses here, and just so many trees. You have an island, a few islands in the middle, you have some boats. Here we have Longjing, or Dragon Well tea, the most famous green tea in the world. Look at that, you can see it floating in there. I see you.
So a lot of times you'll see it cooked in dishes, like with shrimp. But yeah, and it'll take a while for them to sink. But you can also pao or infuse this tea multiple times. That's why they've given us a hot water bottle. So once we finish this, we just keep topping it up. People will sit here all day, snack, have some tea, enjoy the view. So this is a pickled daikon radish that's been cured in a brine.
Tastes like a pickle. It's a little refreshing, no? I was just bursting your mouth.
This is a soy sauce brine as opposed to the salt brine. So again, we have some daikon radish. We also have some cucumber here. You can see, a little cucumber. And then the Solomon scrolls I talked about before.
The famous Solomon scroll. Amazing little snack here.
Yeah.
Love how it's so fresh, no?
We have 2 different types here. This is a black sesame on the inside, and this is just plain white sugar. It has a little bit of winter melon to give it texture, but these are sweet.
Black sesame right here. Flaky pastry. Yeah, this you see a lot in India, like a lot.
Yeah.
Just gonna break it in half, or if I can. Not really.
Very flaky, you might get it all over you.
Okay. Reminds me of like a sort of like an empanada, Cuban style.
Yeah.
So good. Very flaky, very sweet. It really always reminds me, black sesame always reminds me of like almost like Nutella. You know, like hazelnut has a similar thing to it, you know? Super healthy, right?
Super healthy. So black sesame has more calcium by weight than milk does.
All right, so here we have white sugar with a piece of winter melon in it. Winter melon. Almost feels like a big piece of butter. I'll pass on that one. I'll eat the rest of the black sesame.
So we have 3 traditional types of the dried fruit, but they have a little bit of sugar on them as well. So a little dessert to go with our tea. So we have here ginger. This is a kumquat. And then here we have plum.
My favorite. Yeah, a little spicy. It's like real, you know? Plum? This is a different type of plum. Is there a seed inside?
Maybe.
There
is one.
Always. Wow, this is so good. Kumquat. Whoa, very like, it's like oozing out.
So yangmei is a Chinese fruit. You can get it in the States. It's called yumberry there, but they don't allow the fresh fruit to be imported. So you can only get the dried version. It's only in season in China for 6 weeks out of the year. So they often pickle it or put it in juice or put it in alcohol to then eat it later.
Kambei.
Woo!
It almost tastes like fruit wine.
Yeah. Just real strong.
Real strong. I know you guys have been enjoying this tour. It's been epic. Jamie is the best, and this tour has just been wow. So many good snacks, lots of beautiful sights. This city is awesome, awesome. And the view here, I mean, can't get better than this. The view with the Hangzhou. Ooh, we still have one more stop. Are you guys ready? It's a surprise, surprise.
All right, watch out for stairs. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have tea houses that line this entire trip down the mountain, but none with the view we just had.
You can't beat that view. I don't think you can beat that view anywhere else,
No.
right? Maybe from a skyscraper, but that's
Maybe,
it.
but they're not on this side of the...
No, it's not gonna be
yeah,
that
the
pretty
lake.
because just the houses there, the trees.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, it looks like Switzerland.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
beautiful.
wow.
And it's interesting because if you come here on the weekend, you'll see, oh, you can kind of hear it. Not too much today, but that's the mahjong tiles being washed or shuffled. So this is a traditional Hangzhou snack shop. So it's just around the corner from the touristy area, but now we're in a kind of neighborhood residential area. And we're gonna try a couple more Hangzhou specialties so that you have tried them all on this tour. So here we have fava beans or broad beans. These are only in season for about 6 to 8 weeks a year, so we're really lucky that we get to have them. And we also have here bullfrog, which is a caramelized pork belly that's in a, they call it a red sauce in Chinese. So you can also get this as hongxiaorou, a very similar dish in Shanghai, but here you get a really thick cut of it. It's named after a very famous former mayor of Hangzhou. This one is jiunyang yunzi. So this is a glutinous rice ball, a little bit sweet, so this is gonna be our dessert.
It looks like edamame, really big beans. And you got some chilies here. You have some sprouts, not sprouts, green onions. You have some green onions. My God, what's wrong with my brain today? Okay, let's go.
All right. So you want to get the shell off? Perfect.
I almost ate the whole shell. So yeah, I mean, this is basically just like edamame. You can just pop a million of them, keep going. Very tasty. I love the chili though, a little bit of spice with it. So go in, grab a little bit.
Ooh, don't eat the...
Don't eat it?
Don't eat the dried chilies.
Oh, why not? Very mushy. So one thing I highly recommend is learning how to use chopsticks before coming to China. If not, you're gonna have a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Because there's no forks or knives anywhere. Spoon?
Get a spoon.
I'm sorry,
Couldn't have been
I
more perfect
overreacted.
timing for the chopstick.
So it's called 5 layers of pork. Breaking it too much though.
Yeah.
Because she wants me to get the parts on the bottom mixed with the top because the bottom...
You've got really fatty meat on top, and then, yeah, it goes
Whoa.
together.
I mean the caramelized pork with the fat.
In there, get some fat, get some sauce. So good.
No, it's so good. I mean the layers here. And then the sauce with the caramelized top. Wow.
And they say like that it really shouldn't be greasy, like it should be fatty without being greasy, but you get nails.
This is I think number 2 of the day.
After the beef rolls.
Yeah, just so good. Just so juicy. And I love how the sauce at the bottom, is that soy? It's a mix of soy and something else, right?
Soy, vinegar, star anise, cinnamon, tons and tons
Yeah.
of stuff.
I tasted soy, but then there was like 4 to 5 different other like things in there.
Rock sugar as well.
Raw sugar. That's a soup on its own. Okay, so it's basically like egg drop soup with rice balls and sweet. Mildly sweet, a little hot, not spicy, but hot, like in the soup. And then what is the other thing? It's not eggs, or is it?
So the yellow bit is scrambled egg.
Oh, it is scrambled
Yeah,
egg.
the
Okay.
egg that's been cooked in there.
Not my favorite, just because I don't have a sweet tooth.
Yeah, me neither, but
I'd rather have some more of that pork belly. And that's it, guys. We had an incredible food tour today with Untour Food Tours. Jamie rocks. Thank you so much, Jamie.
Thanks for eating with us.
My favorite thing for sure was the beef rolls at the Muslim place.
Yeah.
And then this pork.
The dongpo roast.
Oh,
so good.
So good.
Yeah.
And then my other favorite thing was the view from the top with the tea, some of that Hangzhou. I mean, the view from there is stellar. Just incredible view. And guys, if you ever come to Shanghai, come over to Hangzhou and do their tour. It was epic, and definitely explore the city. Just a beautiful city, lots of things to do, see, and eat.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks so much.
Guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome travel content. I'll see you in the next travel food adventure in Hangzhou, China. Peace! Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. This is David Hoffman from Davidsbeenhere, coming at you live from Hangzhou, China, the capital of the Zhejiang province. This city is located only a 45-minute bullet train ride south from Shanghai, and it's amazing. It reminds me of a European city. You know, lots of lights, wide sidewalks, beautiful buildings, and I'm staying here in the center of the city next to Westlake and Hafang Street. But tonight I'm gonna take you to eat some amazing Hangzhou food at Grandma's home. We're gonna eat some dishes like green tea with shrimp, fish with pickled veggies, and beggar's chicken. Are you guys ready to go eat at Grandma's home? Let's go. And the restaurant's located here in Dixu Dandi, which is like a restaurant row with bars. It is right on the water. And as you can see, the restaurant is right here. It's like on a canal, actually, not on the Westlake. Westlake is deeper in, but yeah, I can't wait to go. I mean, it looks so packed right now. Hopefully I can get a seat. I don't have a reservation, so we'll see. 你好。前面还有一个70你好。你好 one possible? Just one. 一位吗? Just one, yeah. So my friend Jamie from Untour Food Tours recommended I come here, and the reason she recommended it is because the food's amazing. They also have an English menu. So they have an English menu, as you see, with pictures. The food looks outstanding. So many dishes, but for me, I'm gonna get 3 dishes, and that's like overkill because these are like family portion dishes. It's never like for one person. You know, they're very, very big dishes. You usually have to share them. We have to wait a little bit, okay, guys? I'm number 87. It says 86 right now, but I don't know what that really means because it's 2 different things. So it's A, B, and C. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when they call me. I mean, there's a lot of people here. Easily like 30 people waiting in line, but these are a lot bigger groups. You know, I'm just one person. In the end, the restaurant is too packed inside, so they sat me outside in the terrace, which is great. I mean, perfect temperature to be outside. And I got 3 things because they were like, it's way too much. So I got 4 or 5. So I got, what did I get? I got Westlake crisp fish as an appetizer. Then I got bullfrog with guandao sauce, and what is this? Fried shell shrimps with dragon well tea. And I got a snow beer. So, and that all came out to 166. So we're talking about almost 30 bucks. Oh wow. And that is the what? The crispy fish? Fish. Fish. Oh wow. That looks amazing. Thank you. So here we have the crispy fish. Look at this, guys. It just looks incredible. This is some bones in there. It smells amazing. Yeah. And here's our beer. Snow beer. And the reason why we're not eating the beggar's chicken is because this place is so packed and it's really late. I mean, they're closing in about an hour and they sold out. Very unfortunate. They actually don't have a few things that I wanted, but it's okay. So we're gonna start with the fish, right? Go in here. It's almost like the pork ribs, but fish. The sauce, very similar to that. Very crunchy. Oh wow. These are freshwater fish from the lake. It's so juicy. I'm really enjoying the sauce. You can see skin, a little bit of bones right there, a lot of meat. The bones are very tiny though, you can chew through them. Oh yeah. Nice and crispy, lots of flesh. Finger food. They're so good, I can just keep popping them. Now before I try the next thing, I'm gonna drink some of the beer to cleanse my palate. Right here we have the freshwater shrimp from the lake, and it has green tea and then also a sauce on the side. Oh, it looks like super, in a way, like slimy, nice white sauce. It's so good. And because I'm alone, I'm just gonna move my plates, grab my chopsticks, and dive into this. They're like too slippery, like super slippery shrimp. I can't even get them. What the? I think you need a spoon. Super fresh shrimp. It is like a slimy sauce, slimy white
sauce. It's really good though. And here we have a vinegar sauce, so you just dip a little bit. Really tasty. I'm really enjoying the freshwater seafood. You know? It's very different. It's less salt, almost no salt, and way less bones. Like the shrimp are tiny, the fish have very little bones. And one thing that you have to know about China is you hear that, that's everywhere, like them like announcing stuff everywhere, but obviously they're just announcing the numbers right now, like, hey, it's your turn, it's B, whatever. And remember, always use your chopsticks, never use your hands in China because they consider your hands extremely dirty. So if you actually touch food with your hands, it's not good. So what do we have there? Sweet and sour?
This is sweet sour.
These are my friends from Malaysia.
Hi.
Wow.
Nice, crispy, right? And very juicy.
I'm gonna take one more.
Yeah, just go.
Just one. It's so good. It's almost like honey chicken.
Yeah.
You know, but the sauce is a little different.
This is because they put the vinegar. Yeah, this one is like the sugar and vinegar.
Is this pork?
Pork.
Bamboo shoots. That's some green peppers, some onions. Just gonna grab a little bit.
Fried meat.
Crab meat?
Yeah, this
Oh, yeah?
meat. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Quite nice, right?
Take it away because I'm gonna eat the whole thing. Maybe one more tiny bite.
Yes,
Tiny
yes,
bite.
yeah, sure.
So this is like a big noodle right here. Or no, it's bamboo shoot. Yeah, it's bamboo shoot.
It's bamboo shoot.
You guys are amazing. Thank you. All right, this is the final dish we got, and it's a massive one. What the? Basically, this is bullfrog soup with like peppers. These are the shishito peppers. Bullfrog. Okay. That's gonna be hard to eat. There's bones in there. Oh wow. Super spicy. It's like a very creamy, spicy broth. And yeah, you have the shishito peppers in here. It's gonna be spicy. I love shishito peppers. They're also in Spain, they call it peppers de padrón. Like, it's so big, and this is not even $10 for this. It's massive. Grab that. Ooh, way too hot. That one's been down there for a while. Minuscule bones, look at this. Flat bone. Oh, a lot of flesh right here. Looks like his leg. Wow. So it's a chicken. It's extremely spicy though. It actually has 2 peppers on the menu. It looks really spicy. I just wanted to try it. You have to go for all the pieces of the leg. That's where all the flesh is. It's really hard to get through anything else. I mean, there's a lot of meat here, and you're not really supposed to use your hands, right? So you're supposed to go. Tiny bones. Try to find like the pieces that are like really fleshy, you know, like big balls of flesh. Just like that. And the reason why bullfrog is special to here is because it comes from the lake, which is right here. Okay, that's really difficult. I love the spice here. I really love it. That's why I got it. You know, it's starting to hit me, but it's good. Yeah, it's like a big ball of flesh. Ooh. Bullfrog's pretty good. Not so bad. I thought it was gonna be weird, but it does taste like chicken, you know? Look at the chunks in here. The amount of bullfrog. Oh, and then it also has like a vegetable. Tastes very similar to celery, but it's actually like a water vegetable. I don't know how much of this I can eat. It's really difficult. I might just go back to the fish and the shrimp. Let's finish that off. This is like hard. Oh, this is it right here. So much flesh on this one. See? Big ball right there. Take it apart like that. Very difficult to eat and very spicy. My nose is dripping and I don't even have a napkin. That's the one thing I gotta say that I don't like about this restaurant, is that there's no napkins anywhere. The thing is that you're not supposed to be eating with your hands, so that's why they don't give you napkins. I'm done with the bullfrog soup. It's spicy, it's complicated. Get another piece, one with less bones. Oh wow. If you didn't tell me any better, I would have thought that was pork. For real. That's how like tender and like nice and yummy it was. And it does taste like a nice payback rib pork from China. I need to relax. I've had a long trip. 9 days in. It's really not bad. Snow beer. Snow beer. I mean, it's very light, but hopefully I can drink some better beer next door. We'll see. What I really enjoy about the Hangzhou food is it's so freaking good. And it's authentic, and it comes, like, everything comes from the lake. That's what I like about this area. Buy in the morning, you know, the fisherman catches it, go to the market, you buy it, cook it, and you eat it. So it's super fresh. I don't know about the bullfrog. I mean, if you want to be very adventurous, try the bullfrog, but I think I'm done with the bullfrog. I'm touching that again. This area where the restaurant is like a mini restaurant bar row. Very nice, lots of trees. Here it says like they have Costa Coffee, they have a lot of different brands. And right here they have like a brewery. I mean, I wanted to check it out so I could just get a beer and see what they got, see if they have any good beers. Let's see, is there anybody in there? Yeah, this is called Pilsner beer. That's the bar's name, Pilsner? Yeah, it's called Pilsner. That's pretty cool. Oh, they even have a live band right now. Let's go inside. Let's get a beer. This bar is really interesting. They have like brown beer, they have wheat beer, they have like dark beer, but I asked for a brown beer, they gave me this. It's 500 milliliter. It looks like something else. I don't think it's a brown beer. And it costs 68, so it costs like 10 bucks. 10 bucks for this beer. Pretty good. The only thing I like about this place is that it's live music. Everything else is this. I mean, there's locals, but it feels very touristy. Something crazy is happening behind me. Something crazy. Hey, come on. I spent like 10 minutes there, drank the beer. That was such a weird bar. It was just so different. I mean, I walk in, just like a lot of guys just smoking cigarettes, drinking beer. Then you have like 3 like models there at the bar, and they're like the owners. I mean, they couldn't really talk to me, but they own the bar. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna drink my drink, get out of here. This area is very, very nice. You walk along this path, past a few restaurants, some bars, Costa Coffee, and then you get here to this beautiful lake, West Lake. It's gorgeous. I mean, as you can see, just stunning. Over here to the right, we have like the skyline, and then over here to the left, you just see like trees, and just super peaceful. The water's super flat right now. And wow, what a great way to end the night, because this is really what I came here to see. I wanted to see the West Lake. I mean, I heard so many good things about it, and that's why people come over here. Wow, I'm really, really loving the view here. I'm gonna keep walking around a bit. Let's see what else we see. All I'm seeing here are tons of couples making out by the water. I mean, it is a really nice place, really romantic. It's nice and cold, very chill. And now we're gonna enter like some temple. We have a moon gate right here. Let's go through it. I don't think this place is a restaurant. I think it's a bar, because you can see a lot of people are drinking. Like, basically everybody's drinking. The tables are lit up with these eggs that are lit up in different colors. You have live music, and you have this path that goes along the entire lake. And it goes all the way around. It's sort of like their Central Park, right? I mean, sort of, because it's not so big, but it's on the water. So it just gives it a whole different feel, right? And you have like a lot of lights, a lot of Christmas lights, like everywhere. Look, what is this? This bridge is like, it's lit up a little bit. It's not so lit up. It's pretty dark, and there's no railings. I mean, you could like literally just stumble
off of this into the water. China, I love you, China. This is so freaking cool. And yeah, I mean, tonight we had an incredible meal. Grandma's home. Wow, the bullfrog, the shrimp, and the fish. I think the fish is my favorite. The fish was really good. The fish was like crispy, nice sauce. It's all about the sauces here in China. They always throw sauce on something. I mean, usually there's sauce. And then the shrimp were like a little slimy. Good vinaigrette. I'd rather have soy or spice with that. And then the bullfrog, not my favorite. I mean, spicy sauce. I actually rather have had just the sauce and no bullfrog, because the bullfrog was a little difficult to eat, you know? Actually really difficult to eat, like extremely difficult. And yeah, and then we explored the West Lake a little bit right there in that area. Really nice area. As you can see, we're like in a little park here, a little square. And guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome travel content. I highly recommend coming to Hangzhou. You will love it. Peace. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. This is David Hoffman from Davidsbeenhere in beautiful Hangzhou, China. This morning I'm gonna have a traditional Hangzhou style breakfast with my guy Charlie.
Hi, morning everybody.
And Charlie's gonna take me after the breakfast to see the West Lake. The West Lake is so beautiful. It actually reminded me when I saw it yesterday from the top of the temple of like Switzerland.
Oh yes, somebody calls it the Geneva in the East.
Geneva in the East?
Yeah, somebody.
I knew it because it felt like it.
Yeah,
really
but I believe you have to call Geneva as a Hangzhou in the West. This is called Hefang Street. Has a history more than 800 years, and most of the building now we can see is more than 200 years old. Of course, now it's been renovated into a tourist attraction area because a lot of tourists like to see the old Hangzhou flavor. So this is one of the best places. But now a lot of stores convert into souvenir store. But one of this one, it's an awesome one. It's one of the biggest Chinese traditional drugstore, which has come from the Qing Dynasty over 150 years ago. It's original, authentic one. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm starving. Let's go eat.
Okay, let's go for
breakfast. Let's go.
This street is called Zhongshan Road now, which is named after the famous revolutionary in China, Dr. Sun Yat-sen. He's regarding as the father of the Republic of China. Until now, we still call somebody called Royal Street.
And right here in front of us, we have like a depiction of what the houses used to look like 800 years ago. So you can see, you know, one-story buildings, the door, the window. Over here we have a bike and the stairway. Well, so it wasn't just a one-story building, a little taller. And this is the original city gate.
But it's not the city gate for the whole city. It's a city gate for the imperial city from Song Dynasty. But after Song Dynasty collapsed, Hangzhou used this city gate as a drum tower. Yeah, that's the traditional Hangzhou breakfast, very authentic. So you can see these are dumplings was baked with pork. It's very delicious. And some of the other things like the tofu. And this is very traditional Hangzhou style. It's called Cong Bao Hui. Only in Hangzhou you can find this breakfast will be eaten, not in the rest of the city, the rest of the China. Yeah.
And this restaurant spot is actually located right next to the gate, as you can see. So the gate's here, and there's a spot. So next time you come to Hangzhou, you know where to come for breakfast. So we ordered this famous dish, and the way it works is you order it, she put it on the on the frying pan, then she presses down on it. Inside's dough and some spring onions. She's also cooking some tofu skin, right?
Tofu skin, that's right.
Tofu skin, and then we're gonna get some different sauces, right?
Yeah. They can let you to choose, I think.
Spicy?
Yes, there's a spicy chili sauce. That one looks quite spicy too.
This is Cong Bao Hui, and it dates back over 800 years. And ooh, it's really hot. You can see a big layer of tofu right there. You got the spring onion inside. You have dough. Man, it's too hot. It's like a nice, like crunchy layer on top. This, like the dough, a little crunchy, crispy. Then you have nice juicy tofu. Spring onion gives it like a nice refreshment. Oh my god, hold on, it's too hot. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break from that for a second. I'm gonna jump into the xiaolongbao. Chopsticks always. You're never supposed to touch any food in China with your hands. Never. So the xiaolongbao right here. So it's 1 yen per xiaolongbao.
Pretty good deal. So xiaolongbao is basically soup dumpling inside soup. So what you're supposed to do. So you open a little hole.
This is not steamed one, so it's crunchy.
Just baked.
Yeah.
A little bit of a crunch in the bottom.
So it should be
Very filling.
crispy in the bottom and soft in the top.
Yeah, very soft on top, good in the bottom. You do get the soup is at the very bottom, really hot. You have a big piece of pork. I love xiaolongbao, but you need to be really careful. So I'm gonna go like this. There we go. The last one like bursted in my mouth. As you can see, big ball of pork inside. This is good. So the reason why they have tofu soup is because traditionally Chinese don't drink milk. You know, usually a lot of people are like lactose intolerant. That's a big thing over here, right? And here we have like spring onions. Yeah, it's like gets a little bit. Very nice, very light. It's like a lot of tofu here. That is some like, almost like buttery tofu.
Yeah.
It just like slipped down my throat.
It's a very soft tofu, like soup.
Extremely soft. Oh wow, it's good. Yeah, it literally just slips down my throat. It's almost like water. It like it literally is almost like water. All right, guys, I'm gonna put some spice in here. Always chili flakes. Bam. I need some spice in my breakfast for sure. So I'm just gonna get a little bit. Yeah, way better. Yeah, because the soup's good. It's not flavorful. It's just like one little thing, you know, like the tofu. But with the spice, adds a whole nother level to it. So I love the crunch of the spring onion and the pickle. Little pickle here. Okay, and then now it's become like really like soupy. Like everything's falling apart. Yeah, lots of chunks here. Now we got it. There we go. The sauce is very sweet.
Yeah.
There's a little kick in here because you put a little bit. So you didn't put too much. If I wanted to, I could have like asked you just only spice. But a nicely pressed panini. So good. There's like huge spring onions just going through this whole thing, like seeping through it. You can actually see through the the layer of crepe. Oh, zhong means spring onions. So zhong bao hui. So you're biting through like a little crisp, right? Little flaky dough, and then the tofu. Oh man, this is like the new jump off. I love all the like the pancakes in the morning here. Look at that, all tofu right there. I'm gonna come back here tomorrow, guys. So good. All right, let's finish up this breakfast so we can run to the lake. I'm done. Let's go.
Yeah, now we finished the breakfast, now we go to the lake.
Awesome. Oh, I can't wait to go to the lake. I've been hearing about the lake for days. Everybody's been telling me, oh, you're gonna see the West Lake. It's so beautiful. And then yesterday I saw it and I was like, ah.
Yeah, it's regarding as one of the most beautiful lakes in China. You get the fresh water from the mountain to bring into the city. So this is one of the oldest well. We have the record more than 1,000 years. So this is the original water source from the Hangzhou, for Hangzhou.
1,000-year-old well?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so cool. And it's still water down there.
Still have water.
Doesn't smell so good, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't drink this water.
Yeah. People don't use it anymore.
And it's, how many wells? It's 4?
5 of them.
Oh, 5. Okay, so 5.
This is one of the big wells. It's called Asian Big Well.
Asian Big Well.
Yeah.
All right, so this is one of the 6 wells that's been preserved until now from 1,000 years ago. And it's on what street? On Well Street. Well Lane.
The lake was surrounded by mountain from 3 directions. North, west, south. So it just open to the east to the downtown. So that's the reason why we call West Lake. And the whole circumstance of the lake is about 15 kilometers. So one of the best way to explore the lake is by biking, you know.
Just biking around the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting here to the West Lake now. What we're gonna get like a little ferry boat, not these boats, like more of a ferry boat, and go to the island. And there's a bridge here. Wow.
Yeah, there's two causeway here. This is one of the causeway. Those causeway are all man-made, but this one is man-made around more than 1,000 years ago. And this bridge on this causeway is very famous.
We made it to the only natural island on the West Lake, and this island was actually like a forbidden city for one of the emperors. What was the emperor's name?
Kangxi and Qianlong, two emperors, grandfather and grandson. That would be 250 years ago.
Okay, so they came here 6 times. It took them forever because they came downstream from Beijing, so it took them like months. And they made this the forbidden city here. So basically no commoner can get on this island, only the emperor and his staff. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk over to the ferry and cross to another island. Let's go. A lot of tourists here. This is probably one of the most like visited spots here on the West Lake. And over here to the right, as you can see, lots of blooming flowers. And then we have the West Lake. We have a few different bridges over there. Oh man, the air quality here is incredible. Like, wow, very fresh air. As Charlie told us before, this is Geneva of the East. And here to the left, we actually have a calligraphy society.
Yeah.
Or engraver society, right?
Engraving to the chops.
The chops?
Yeah, very famous.
And what the lake reminds me of the most is Lake Bled in Slovenia. I mean, just the island in the middle. But here you have so many boats. As you can see, lots of boats.
This restaurant is one of the most famous traditional restaurants in Hangzhou.
Quick fact, in 1972, President Nixon dined here. And here we are, the ferry boat station, and he was telling me that in front, this is the old royal palace.
Unfortunately, I mentioned the royal palace has been destroyed in the Civil War, so only some rooms inside, because still can be visited. Yeah.
Okay, so 35 yen round trip, so $5 per person.
Yeah.
Not bad. We're here at Pier at Sun, and we're going here to Ferry Isle. So as you can see, this is the map of the entire lake. So there's many different locations around the lake where you can take a ferry to get to Ferry Isle.
一个老外啊。
不是的，不是，你是导游。
All right, let's get on the boat.
Yeah.
Let's go. Really cool boat. It's like a wooden lake boat. Oh wow, this is super nice. Let's get outside, no? Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Hello.
Hello. I'm gonna sit here. Oh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Boat goes to the island every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes?
Yeah, about every 10 minutes. So we'll go to the biggest island.
The biggest island, okay.
There's two small ones.
And then this boat, I mean, it's basically like it's like a living room inside, a big one, and then outside,
balcony.
Another balcony, right? So we're on the balcony of the boat.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
It's a duplicate of the Empress cruise boat.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, this style. So
That's amazing. So we're going on a royal boat.
yeah. So suppose the emperor was taking this kind of boat, sailing all the way from Beijing to Hangzhou.
And how many months? Lots of months.
1 month, something like that.
That's intense.
Yeah, they'll stop over for every stop, so have accommodation, something like that. So to sailing down all the way down to this part of China, because at that time they believe this is one of the richest part of China, so emperor tried the inspection. So now we can see there's 3 islands in the middle of the lake. 2 of them are smaller, another one is bigger. The smallest one is the newest one that was built about 250 years ago. So now we don't have much building on it, and also not open for the tourists normally. It's only for the birds to nesting there. Yeah.
So the other island across from the bird island is a famous island because the emperor used to go here and there's a tea house, right?
Tea house, because it's in the middle of the lake, so you can enjoy the view around the lake. So especially the grandson emperor, when he was coming here to Hangzhou for 6 times. Once upon a time he was not like to go back to Beijing anymore. He wants to stay here forever.
The island we're going to is the biggest island on the lake, and inside the island is also another little mini lake. And they call it Fairy Tale Island because they said a fairy lives there.
Yeah, fairy or immortals live there.
Immortals?
Yeah.
I like it. I like these tall tales. We've made it to Fairy Tale Island. Oh, feels like a little marshy island.
The amount of people here is pretty intense. Lots of people come here just to relax, chill, have some tea, see the lake.
Inside the island have the causeway. There's a lake with a causeway like a cross in the middle. So with islands inside. So the island was purposed to be built to try to copy the dreaming paradise.
So the island is made up of one like long path that goes around the entire thing, around the inner lakes.
Yep.
You also have a few like different spots that you can buy some food. They have sausages, fruits, what else? Coconuts, eggs, and then you have areas where you can sit down right in front of the water. As you can see, a lot of people that bring their snacks. It's a lot easier in Chinese culture. People always take their snacks and their tea with them. You know, when they go out on a day like to the park. This is the most iconic viewpoint in Hangzhou. So you can see the pagoda over there. Big pagoda, right?
And the 3 small pagoda in the middle of the lake. Can you see that? And in the background, the mountain and the bridges. And these 3 small pagoda was built 500 years ago when they dried in the lake, built up this island. The purpose to build this 3 pagoda is try to indicate this is the deepest part of the lake. Nobody can plant water lilies or lotus flower in the middle, otherwise you're getting shallow again. So here the water is the deepest part. You see the fish jumping here. There's about 2 meters, the pagoda have 2 meters above the water. There's another 5 meters underneath the water. If you're standing just in the center of this bridge, you turn around.
Yeah, you see the pagodas. Each window, you have a view of the pagoda.
Yeah, so
perfect.
This looks like a framed picture.
Yeah,
with a title, name, and a couplet in 2 sides.
This is amazing, and this has been here for 500 years.
Yeah, 500 years, yeah.
Wow. So as you walk through the man-made island, you're gonna see lots of shops, right? You have souvenir shops, lots of like, you know, quick snacks, fast food, a lot of silk as well. And yeah, and right here we have like a mini, what is this? It looks like a mini temple-ish building.
Also pavilions, and the memorial hall used to be a memorial hall before the communists coming for the national heroes, but not anymore. Yeah. So most of that like gardens, garden building in China.
It's a gorgeous garden, and it's really nice with all the lakes, and then you know you have these beautiful bridges that connect all the little islands, because these are like little islands. This bridge right now has a humongous rock in the middle.
This is a Thai lake rock. It's a rock from the lake, so with a lot of holes and wrinkles.
One of the things with these rocks is that it's like good luck to throw coins in if it lands in the middle, right? All right, so I gotta throw it into that hole right there, right?
Yeah.
Just toss it in.
Ah!
Oh no, hold on. So do
try
I have
again.
More coins? Okay, little coins.
Got it?
Got it.
Yeah.
Good luck, right? Make a wish now?
Yeah. Use the wall to block the view. So here's the windows. You can see through the different view. It's very nice. And the window have the indication different seasons. This is summer.
Spring. Yeah, it's spring.
The 9 zigzag bridge they call. 9 means a big number. The bridge was zigzagging 9 times, more than 9 times. Then you can see 2 pavilions. One is a square one, and then there was triangle one.
And 9 is a lucky number in China.
Lucky number, yeah. And then you can see a big 9-line rocks in the middle. That means if you can observe carefully, you can find 9 lines. This spot is one of the best spots. You can see the city well. So you can understand the city location just next to the lake and the mountain. So it's very well here. If you're looking to the east, it's a modern city, but looking back, it's a very classic Chinese traditional garden. So that's one of the best parts of Hangzhou. You can switch your life from the modern city life to the traditional countryside landscape view very easily.
That's what I love about it, is that like you're in a city and then you're in a garden, and it's like, mountain. Wow, you're in a mountain, a lake, and this view is just incredible. Wow, you really see the difference between the water,
Thank you.
no problem. You see the difference between the water, and you have all the boats, so green, and you see like basically the skyline right there. Are you from Hangzhou?
Huh?
You from Hangzhou?
I'm from Fujian.
Okay. What an epic morning it's been.
we ate some delicious Hangzhou food for breakfast. Oh, so good. That like special item. It was like the tofu inside.
That's called you jia gui.
Yo jia gui with the spring onions.
Yeah.
Oh, so delicious. Obviously the xiaolongbao is like a must do when you're in China, but this is traditional here, so you gotta try it. And then coming out here to the West Lake, coming to Fairy Tale Island, it's such a beautiful place. It's very peaceful, and it really like takes you back into like a garden, you know, 500 years ago of what it used to be. You know, I mean, obviously there's a lot of people here, but you have to come out here. It costs $35 per person to get on the ferry. Takes only 10 minutes. There's one every 10 minutes, so you never miss it. I mean, it's very easy, and yeah, just a great experience. I really loved it out here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Charlie.
You're welcome.
You gave me a great day. All right, guys, if you love this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below and subscribe to my channel for more awesome travel content. I'll see you in the next travel food adventure in Hangzhou, China. Where have you been? What's up, everyone? This is David Hoffman from Davidsbeenhere, coming at you live from Hangzhou, China. One of the most beautiful places in China. Is the capital of the Zhejiang province. I'm here with my guy Charlie, and right now we're gonna go eat some delicious Hangzhou food, which is very basic ingredients, almost no spice. And we're going to a restaurant called the Green Tea Restaurant, which is inside a green tea plantation, and that's like in the mountains west of West Lake. And I gotta say, this city is incredible. The West Lake's beautiful. The food's insanely good, like so good. We have a downtown area, we have an old town, and we have the mountains. Are you ready, my friend?
Yeah, of course. Come on, come try the Hangzhou cuisine.
And then after the food, we're gonna go explore the temple. Let's go. This restaurant is so sick. It's like located on top of a pond, like a little island. Wow, it's gonna be a long line.
你好
，2
好嘞。
88。
I mean, I got a number, but it was done in 2 minutes.
Sit down, please.
Yeah, you just use your WeChat to scan the broken here, then automatically coming out the menu. So you can order here, then put it into your cart, then you can order. Then the kitchen will receive our order and come automatically.
You're very beautiful.
Thank you.
Obviously, we got green tea because we're inside the green tea restaurant. And I love this, they use WeChat. You don't even use a menu, but do they have a menu if you need it? Like if I need it? Maybe. Usually people come here with guides so they can help. Like he's gonna order and I'll just pay him back. Pork?
If you like pork, this is very good.
Yeah.
Okay, got one pork. So if you like it, just put it into your yeah.
Perfect. This restaurant is beautiful. Like it's a traditional house. You can see long corridor. Everybody's separated though, so you're not like right next to anybody. So us, it's like we have the corridor here where people pay right there, and then over here we have a view of the pond. Beautiful view. I mean, this is like really authentic restaurant, right? And we get the green tea. Green tea at the green tea restaurant. That's really good. And it's actually not too hot. It's a little cold. This green tea is the best green tea I ever had. And I love how they give it to you like this, so you have a huge amount of green tea in the middle and the hot water under it.
So we have pork, we have
This restaurant is truly unique. I mean, so incredible. Right here we have the kitchen, right? The kitchen, as you can see, they have these huge pots like boiling. I don't know what that is, probably fish. They have some rice dishes here. They have ginormous pork belly right here. Then they keep coming out, because this restaurant is packed. It's a giant restaurant. Over here, as you can see, there's a huge room, dining room. Over here we have another one. I mean, it just keeps going around, and then we have in the middle, we have like the pond, and we have like some traditional boats just like parked there. This is like, I'm so happy we came to this restaurant. He was telling me, he's like, you're gonna love this restaurant. You're really gonna love it. It's so amazing. And I can't wait to eat. Let's go back to the table and eat some food.
This pork is very famous in Hangzhou. It's called Dongpo pork. Dongpo actually is the name of a famous scholar, also a governor of Hangzhou 1,000 years ago. And he liked to eat pork, so he tried to cook him pork a special way using local sake, you know, the rice wine, to cook with the pork. So that makes the pork, although it's a little bit fat, but tastes very tender because all the fats are being absorbed by the rice sakes. And with this gravies,
Looks so good. So it's like 5 layers, right? Like pork.
Yeah.
It's the pork belly with pork fat.
Pork belly with the sake and the soy sauce and the sugar.
Diving into the pork belly. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Look at all the juices flowing. So you got sake. You have all the fat. It is the best pork belly of all time. Of all time. The flavors, the fat, the juiciness. I'm so happy how big it is too, you know, like they give you a real big portion here. It literally just like falls apart in your mouth like butter. It truly is like butter. From the fat, just the fat and the juices and the crispiness on top is like caramelized. What a dish.
It's tasty is a little sweet and sour, and the fish is sliced into small pieces inside. With mushroom with bamboo shoots.
Okay, so this is the Song Sisters fish soup. So it looks a little slimy. It's sour. There's mushrooms. It's a little hot. Yeah. Oh, a nice ginger too. And ginger gives it a little kick. Bamboo shoots, little crunch. This is like the best egg drop soup. We have pieces of fish throughout.
The fish tastes inside, right?
It's like a slimy, fishy soup. This is really good fish soup. I'm all about Chinese soups. Alright, I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna have some of the cabbage. You got a little bit of those peppers, right?
Yeah, if you like peppers.
I'm all about peppers.
Chilies. Flavor is getting stronger.
It's a dry pot cabbage.
It's for dry pot.
It's not dry.
It's not dry, yeah. But its name is for dry pot.
Yeah, so they have a fire under it, so it keeps it.
Keeps warm, so it's getting drier and drier.
Yeah, it's very warm. It's not like a cold salad at all.
Yeah.
A little bit of spice, not too bad. Yeah, very refreshing. Palate cleanser. This is the game changer here. It is way too good.
Flavor with other spice, but it gives you the original taste of the shrimp. Normally we use a little vinegar. Is that vinegar? That's vinegar.
I think it's vinegar. And that's it.
It's good.
Remember, never use your hands. So good.
Very fresh.
Very fresh. It also has another like slimy sauce on it. I don't know exactly what that is. It's almost like a honey, but not honey, a little slimier than honey. You dip in the vinegar and bam. We'll get another one. Okay, so I'm gonna dip in the tea water. Here we go. I mean, I like it. It's very plain, but at the same time, it's very healthy, you know? So they don't go crazy with the sauces. So. Green tea for the green tea restaurant. The green tea is amazing. Charlie was telling me to eat the pork belly and then chase it down with some green tea, so it's a great combination.
Clear your mouth.
It's too buttery. Wow. I mean, the best pork belly of all time and the best green tea I ever had. This is like the winning combo right here. And unfortunately, our pork dish has come to an end.
This dessert is very popular in this restaurant since about 10 years ago.
And what is it?
We call it bread temptation. Small,
Okay.
take a little bit, then dip a little bit like this.
That's it? Oh. Oh. The icing's been there for a while because it's sort of like seeped into the bread. I don't have a sweet tooth, but this is amazing. Like, I can't even get anything. More than good, fantastic.
Normally bread is
Like this?
Western.
We do, but not like this.
Uh-huh.
My last bite.
Last bite? You sure?
Ooh, this food was so good, so good. 谢谢, Thank you. So good, so good. And I mean, the setting can't be better. I mean, right here on the tea plantation in the middle of the pond. They actually have a little boat you can eat in. I mean, I think it's like reservation only and probably have to pay a little more to sit there, but it's pretty cool. I mean, because you eat like in a little boat on the water. Just look at this, and so many koi fish. The total bill was $245, which is basically around $40, $42. And I mean, it's really affordable for the setting, you know, the atmosphere, the food quality. Being in the green tea restaurant next to the green tea plantation. I mean, dude, this is amazing. And having green tea shrimp, that was so cool. I've never had that before.
This is the most famous green tea in China called Dragon Well green tea, was produced in Hangzhou. And now is the picking season, the harvest season, April. So the ladies were picking the very top part, the youngest, the gentle part of the bud. That's for the top quality green tea in Hangzhou.
China is the capital of tea in the world, and Hangzhou is the capital of tea in China.
That's right.
So this is the place to drink green tea all day long.
Yeah, that's right. Green tea is most popular here because I think 70% of the output of the Chinese tea is green tea. Most of the Chinese people like drinking green tea.
Yep. I like it more.
Yeah, green tea is fresh tea, and the black tea is preserved fermented tea. The reason why the British people drinking more black tea since 2 centuries before, because at that time it's difficult to shipping green tea through the humid weather or long journey back to UK, still keep the quality. So that they have to shipping black tea back. This temple name is Soul Retreat.
Soul Retreat.
Soul Retreat.
And it's one of the biggest Buddhist temples in southern China. So we're basically entering the temple area. We parked and then we're walking through this, like, I guess it's like a tourist spot where there's like restaurants,
shopping,
hotels. Yeah, it's a lot of tourists here. There's actually 6 temples in the area, but we're going to the most famous and the biggest. And what was the reason why they built this? You were telling me?
This temple now we visit is built 1,600 years ago by a monk from India, because Buddhism is original from India to China. The earliest temple they built is around 2,000 years ago. So this temple in Hangzhou is one of the earliest period when the real Buddhist monk from India come to preaching their doctrine, built up the temple. And we believe this monk who founded this temple, they say when the Buddha is alive, sometimes you can't see him. He was betrayed by his soul.
So we just entered the Soul Retreat Temple.
Yeah, that's right. So we got this name because everybody believes this is spiritual area. You cannot see the Buddha, but you can feel the Buddha's souls here. So that's why we call.
I like that. And now we're gonna go up to a hill where there's actually Buddha carvings. And the reason for the Buddha carvings is because the story goes, there was a monk from India that came here, he saw the hill looked like a hill from India. So then he told local people, if I find 2 monkeys in there, then this is from India. So he went in there and started howling, like, oh, or whatever, doing monkey sounds. And then everybody believed that this hill was flown in from India. Here we have the first carvings in the cave, and they date back over 1,000 years, 951 AD. As you can see, it's like 3 Buddhas, and then we keep walking in.
We can see a very nice stone bed. We believe this is a crazy monk's bed because this crazy monk has magical power. Everybody believes if you can touch his bed, then you can have magical power too. So you play casino, you win, you buy lottery, you win, you play mahjong, you win. So according to tradition, for men use your left hand, for women use your right hand. The reason why the women use the right hand in China is because women always right. So you only can touch 3 times, not more than 3 times. Otherwise, it will be too greedy. You can't get anything. So use your hand to touch it. 1, 2, 3. So after 100 years touch, you can see the stone was so smooth like a marble. Yeah. So maybe that's the reason people believe it not belongs to here. It's flying from India. This hill is made of limestone with trees from the rocks. And the other hill in Hangzhou most is sandstone. So that's the reason people believe it's from India.
So it's definitely not from China. And here we have like dozens and dozens of small statues. Some of them are missing their heads.
Yeah, some of them destroyed in the time when Chinese, some period emperor against Buddhism. Although Buddhism is a dominated religion in China history, but some emperor don't like it. Yeah, so
Okay.
some of them, they are same size to the human being, even bigger.
Wow.
There are 18 of them and all different gesture from Song Dynasty. This statue is not the arhat. This is statue of the donator. So those statues in this hill is all donated by the local people. Some of them looks like a rich people.
Here we have the Buddha in the past, the present, and the future. As you can see, it's really dark in here, so definitely use your phone to, use the flashlight, because there's no other way to see it. You gotta watch your head here. The cave is very low. Wow, a different place. Like the scenery completely changed from rocky, and now we're like in a forest. These 6 statues are from the founders of the Zen
set of the Chinese Buddhism.
Zen set.
Zen now in China, in the world is meaning tranquility or serenity.
Zen, yes, like
Zen.
this peace.
Peace.
So far, my favorite carving is this Buddha right here. It's up there like 20 feet high, and it's massive. They literally just broke off, a piece of that rock, carved into like this little square or rectangle, and then carved the Buddha. It's massive. This is so cool. This reminds me of a place in Sri Lanka I went to, but this is like way more impressive. I mean, just beautiful, carved out of the rock. And then right here, we have something else. So what is this?
You can see a stone pagoda. This pagoda we are supposed to the tomb of the founder, Indian monk. After the monk was passed away, we normally cremated and bury his ash into a pagoda. Pagoda in India is original from a stupa, which is also for the recreation relics for the Buddha.
This statue you see in front of us is actually made by the Mongolians after they conquered. Mongolians were Buddhists, so they didn't destroy anything, but they put their own touch onto it, and it looks a little more wild. Yeah, it looks more like tribal in a way.
Tribal, right? Yeah.
Really cool. This was the best one. You're supposed to rub this guy's foot 3 times with your left hand if you're a man, 3 times with your right hand if you're a female. Wow. So 1, 2, 3. Done. 389 Buddhas?
Yeah. See all these statues from 2 dynasties, from 1,000 to 500 years. So that means spend 500 years to finish all this. And especially the one you can see the horses carry sutures. This describes how the Buddhism come to China 2,000 years ago. The Buddhism is about 2,000 years ago. There are some Indian monks use those horses, carry sutures, cross desert, come to China. They say when they arrive China, occasionally the night before, Chinese emperor have a dream about a Western god coming. So when he wake up in second morning, we ask him about what's the meaning of the dream. Then people report there's a monk from India coming. So Chinese emperor believes those monks are a good monk and it's a good sign for his dynasty. So that's why they approved them to build up the first temple. So it's called White Horse Temple.
Now we're entering the 3rd cave. Whoa, there's more in here.
Third cave, somebody call it a cave of dragon because people looks like a dragon's crown. It's the only female Buddhist tower in Chinese Buddhism. In India Buddhism or in Thai Buddhism or in Mongolia Buddhism, there's no female Buddha. But in Chinese Buddhism, there's only one. It's called Goddess of Mercy.
Last cave?
Yeah, it's something amazing also here. This cave is called the cave goes to the heaven.
Cave that goes to heaven.
The reason why we call it because it absolutely looks like a sealed cave, but actually there's a one small hole goes through the rock to the sky. You can see a 1 beam of light coming down normally in a bright day.
I see it. It's over there.
You see it?
It's over there, yeah?
Yes. We just show you a lot of the statues, but now we want to show you the best statue was carving from 800 years ago, the laughing Buddha, the big belly Buddha.
And once you exit the cave, you walk on this path, and along the path it's like Buddhas, 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 Buddhas everywhere. This is unreal. Unreal. What a place. And that is the biggest laughing Buddha in China.
The biggest and the best laughing Buddha in China was carving in the southern Song Dynasty around 800 years ago. Imagine it's about 300 years older than Michelangelo's David.
Now that we've seen so many statues, we're gonna finally make our way to the temple, and it's right here. Is there something specific about the temple, or just this is the reason why the temple's so famous?
I think both. Both, yeah. Not only just because the temple is older than this.
Okay.
Yeah. Then some of the works are done by the monks.
So this temple is over 1,000 years old, 950 something.
This is 1,600 years ago. This is the oldest statue we can find in this temple, more than 800 years old, from the Song Dynasty, made of one big camphor tree. And his arm, his head can be taken apart and reassembled. So in World War II, when Japanese army conquered Hangzhou, they tried to take this back to Japan. Fortunately, the monk would take it apart and hide in the cave or somewhere, so they cannot find it, so survive from the war. Just like worshipping, like the smokes can bring information you wish to the Buddha, something like that.
Exactly, it's like Catholicism with the candle. Same similar thing. Go like this. You're supposed to go here and bow a few times. 1, 2, 3, and then to the right, to the back, to the left, and then you come in and you leave them here. Whew. Now we're getting to the main hall, and inside this hall is a huge Buddha, right?
Yep. Sitting indoor wooden Buddha, one of the biggest. Now the Buddha was doing evening lesson. You can see they are murmuring.
Oh, they're murmuring. Sounds like drums right now. As soon as we walked into the temple, we saw some of the monks murmuring, right? Yeah. So they're like basically humming, and they have the drums. Yeah. Everybody's in front like praying, and then once you pass that, you go to the side, you see these huge Buddhas, and then behind you see this huge Goddess of the Mercy, right?
Goddess of Mercy. And
it's like humongous, easily like, I don't know, 30, 40 feet tall, and it's made out of clay.
150 years ago, yeah. So it's all made by clay. So it's very unique in China.
And that's it, guys. Well, we had an incredible lunch. One of my favorite lunches in China. I mean, the green tea house in the middle of the green tea plantation, in the green tea capital of China, and China's the capital of green tea. So I mean, it's like the ultimate place to have green tea, right? Ultimate place. I mean, the food was amazing. For sure my favorite thing was the pork belly. Second one was probably the shrimp, just because with the green tea.
Yeah.
And then seeing the tea plantation, how huge it is, and then coming out here and seeing these remarkable, incredible, mind-blowing carvings of Buddhas all over the place. So many of them. Almost 1,000 years old, roughly a little over 1,000 years old, most of them, but it took a long time to do them. My favorite was actually not the laughing Buddha. My favorite was the one that's like inside. Oh, right. Like it's like, yeah, it's like carved out of this hole. I mean, it was gorgeous, gorgeous. But the laughing Buddha was pretty cool too. And all the caves, and then coming here and seeing the monks. I mean, such a great experience. And this is something you guys have to do when you come to Hangzhou. I didn't even know about it until he told me we're going to do this. And I was like, whoa, what is this? But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below and subscribe to my channel for more awesome travel content. I'll see you in the next travel food adventure in Hangzhou, China. Where have you been? Peace. Hey, what's up everyone? This is David Hoffman from Davidsbeenhere in Hangzhou, China. I'm in the old town, and right now we're gonna go on the Zefeng Street, which is right behind me. It's a pedestrian only street, and there they have street food, they have restaurants, they have shops, they have kiosks. So we're gonna go look for some delicious street food. Chinese street food here is amazing, and it's not like street food vendors on the street. It's like hole in the walls, which is fine. I mean, you just buy it, you go and you eat, right? And then after this, we're gonna actually travel to a different part of the city and go to the Wushan night market to go shopping. They have over 400 vendors. They have souvenirs, they have clothing, they have masks, they have so many different things. So let's go eat some street food and go shopping in Hangzhou, China. Follow me. And that's it, we're here. My apartment is actually right up there, right behind us. I booked this place because of the street, because it's the place to be. I mean, obviously it's very touristy, but at the same time, it's a must visit. And we're almost there. As you can see, lots of restaurants here. Restaurants, but the main lane is full of street food. Thank you. Peanuts. This one is the best. This one's the best. It's the black sesame.
Black sesame.
Oh man, that one's good. As soon as we walk on the street, as you can see, they're playing the flutes over here. This guy's selling like some like nuts and stuff. Right here, this guy's like mixing tea leaves. Never seen this before like that. Okay. And if you guys haven't seen my other video, this is the tea capital of China, and China is the tea capital of the world. So we're like literally in the heart of tea country. So many delicious teas, but the green tea is what they're famous for, and that's what they're selling right here. Woo! It's really hot today. It's like extremely hot. Oh wow. So that was tea. And then right here, we have a golden laughing Buddha. I saw it yesterday. It's pretty amazing actually. So it's really big, it's fat, he's laughing, his stomach's just big. And if you guys didn't know, the biggest rock carved laughing Buddha in China is here. I saw it today, really remarkable. And yeah, this is awesome. Woo! That guy's making silver. I love how he's making those bracelets. I don't know where the food is, but we gotta get through here quicker. And we have like the golden cows, right? A lot of golden cows. These guys right here are painting faces, so they're drawing faces, sorry, not painting faces. Look, you can get your face on a t-shirt. More kiosks. But I think we're gonna wait to shop for the Wushan night market. There's 400 different vendors and it's all souvenirs. But I don't know where's the food at. I saw a lot of food the other day. I just don't see it right now. It's just like all I see is shops and kiosks. Looking for that good food. Where's the good food at? I mean, this guy's just playing with this girl with the ice cream. He keeps taking it away from her. He never gives it to her. I don't know where the food's at. Oh, but here's the baijiu. Oh, the baijiu. Okay. Baijiu. Let's try it. Oh. No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Peach flower.
Which flower?
Peach flower.
Peach flower? Oh, that was really good. You want to try something else?
Yellow one.
Yellow one, okay.
Hangzhou.
Guangzhou. Okay.
Mayflower.
She's gonna get me drunk here. Oh.
Rose.
Los. I mean, she's letting me try literally every single one. Rose.
Blooming.
I don't know what that is. Just all flowers. That's it, no?
Peach.
Peach.
Yeah. Yes.
We got peach? Oh, okay. I'm good.
Peaches.
Alright, that was really cool trying the Guangzhou and the Baijiu, but what I'm really looking for is food. But then you find people doing this, like making like clay sculptures, and you're like, I have to stop and see this. I think I found some food, hopefully. Oh man, what's good? One? Mushroom? One? Yeah. Okay. That one? And then one more. Whichever one you want. Spicy. This spot's pretty cool. Basically they have these, things on a stick, like whatever, meat, mushrooms, some vegetables. It costs 15 yen, so $2 for 10 sticks. So I was like, nah, I don't want 10 sticks. I just want like maybe 5 sticks. She gave me 6 sticks for 9 yen, which is fine. So I'm gonna go in maybe with, let me see, what is this? There's like some mushrooms. Very nice. Very moist, little cold. Nice like black mushroom. I'm guessing these are like fish balls. Very tasty. A little bit of spice. Also a little sweet. Wow. Too done. I don't know. Could be chicken. Freaking good. More mushrooms.
These are more like my type of mushrooms. They're more like wild mushrooms. The other ones, they were like mushrooms like from a lake or something, you know? Oh my God. And what's this one? Could be pork, could be chicken. No, it's definitely pork though. And here we have wontons. Let's see, they look a little spicy. Chewy inside, soft on the outside. Amazing. Those sticks were damn good. Like, damn good. That wasn't really yakitori, that was like, you know, like Chinese style with dumplings, pork, chicken, fish balls. I mean, the amount of people here right now is pretty insane, but all I see is shops right now. Earlier, I saw a lot more street food, but let's see, maybe over here we got some beef jerky, some pork jerky. Let's try something here, if they allow me to, right? Let's see. All right, they're gonna let me. Beef or chicken? Wow. More. Beef jerky to the next level with spice. So the way they have it is they have the beef jerky and the pork jerky like lined up, and then in front they have the samples. You just get a toothpick here, if I can find one. So just get a little bit. I think the beef was way better than that pork, but there's so many. There's like 25 different options here. We'll try some more. So good. Spicy. Szechuan. Oh. I gotta say, this is some of the best beef jerky I've ever had in my life. I had some earlier on this trip in Shanghai. I had it in Hangzhou, but here, the spice, oh good. I think I'm gonna stop eating this because it's too much. You gonna give it to me?
Yes,
Okay. What is this? This is like a cheese, I don't know, pita?
cheese.
So good. Wow. Ooh, it's a little hot though. Man, this street food tour is like amazing. So we stepped foot into a bakery and they have a bunch of different sweets here we could try. I'm gonna try something. Whoa. It was like a mochi and a biscuit around it. So good. Oh, good. So two different ones. Oh, wow. And here at the very end, we have some green tea. Oh, it's good, it's good. Green tea, capital of China. Hot, hot. I'm like boiling up. It's been a hot day. Woo. Get in the air. It was too hot in there. Okay, where are we going next? Man, there's just so many things here. So many kiosks though, like beyond, like you don't need that many kiosks. But here they have some umbrellas. They're saying that I should get one of these for my kids. How are the umbrellas? Can I see this one? Can I open it? Oh, it's nice. Very nice. How much? How much?
65.
65 for one? Whenever you see a line in China, you know the food must be amazing. The issue is I don't have time to stand in line right now. I mean, it's two big lines right here, but what are they? Coolest thing on the street is this guy. He's glass blowing miniature animals. He has like, I don't know, what is this? Monkeys, chicken, dog, turtle, dragon. Man, awesome. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know I collect masks. I always buy masks from different countries for my wall. I'm literally building a collection for the past like 15 years. I have stuff from all over the world, especially places that actually have it, because you know European countries never have it. But here we found a guy that actually
paints masks. He's doing it right here in front of us. And he has some amazing masks. These are like, what are they, like 12 bucks each? That one's like 35 US, meaning that one. I think my wife's gonna love it. All right, ni hao. I feel bad, I disrupted him. But he also like, look, he painted like Spider-Man here. He did like Peppa Pig here. Really cool stuff, really cool stuff. He's like awesome, but I have one that I want. The big one. The big one, yeah. It's 400? All right. It is cool. Beautiful. Okay, I take. Yes, 谢谢. 400, so it is like 38 roughly. That's sort of the exchange rate. It's like 6.8 right now, the exchange rate. Oh, I love it. It's very light, super light, but it's gonna fit really nice. I love colors. Colorful masks are the best. I hate when it's just like bland and brown. Color. Thank you so much. Did our shopping, bought the mask. I mean, I need to buy some more stuff, and I'm still a little hungry. I mean, the problem is I really don't see that much food. There's like some durian over here. Maybe I have a durian cake. This guy's not funny. I mean, I don't know, durian cake. Should I try durian cake? I mean, I haven't really had the rest of my food. Okay, so I tried the durian cake actually earlier when that lady stopped me in that jerky place and put it in my mouth, and I said it was like a grilled cheese. It was actually a durian cake, which tasted like a grilled cheese, but it was pretty good. But I just saw some girl with like some nice, like, I think that was like potato, potato swirls or whatever. I had it in India before, but I haven't seen it here yet. Dude, they have so many cool things here. So many cool things. You've got to finish up quick because I have to go to the other market soon. So I found like a food court. Yes, this is where the food's at. Whoa, noodle bowls, pancakes, dumplings. Where else? Where's the food at? Oh wow. Whoa, look at those. Whoa, scorpion. Yeah. Oh my god, seahorse right here. Crickets, centipedes, snake. Oh my god, everything looks wild, wild. I ran into this lady who's making these delicious tofu like steaks. She put like some, I don't know, some seasoning on top. She's cooking it really intensely. It looks, oh, she usually fills it up. It's okay, it's okay. But it's 10 yen, so $1.50 for a big bowl. Literally just posted up on her spot right here. Let's try this. Oh. Very nice. A lot of spices here. A lot of chili flakes too. Yeah, spicy. One more? Okay. Alright, so I said spicy and she like just went nuts and I had way more chilies in here. But it's all good. It's a little crazy right now, but jump on it. Oh, it's hot and spicy. Oh, she put like some rice in here, some chilies, some chives. Ooh, I don't even know where to grab it from. This tofu is insanely good. So soft. Chilies. I'm all about spicy food. Oh, and for $1.50, 10 yen, you go all day. Good, right? Spicy. So good. Whoa, chili flake. Oh. Not wasting any of this. This guy just came up to me and he gave me like all these sticks. So he's like, it's easier like this. Oh my god. It's hot. Spicy tofu. Lots and lots of vendors here. There's a mix of everything. You got the most delicious pork of all time, pork belly over there. And right here, this guy has banger chicken, or this lady. She has banger chicken, which is basically chicken that's been wrapped in a lotus leaf and then cooked like in mud wrapping in here. Awesome. And if you come to Hangzhou, you have to try that dish for sure. Wow, I am sweating. It's so hot in here. Next up, we're gonna try beef on a stick. Here he has chicken on a stick, beef on a stick. I don't know what that is. Chicken wings. He has chicken wings on a stick, and then he has pork legs. I'm getting the beef on a stick, and it's 3 for 20. I said I just need one, so it's gonna give me 1 for 5. And this is it, the beef on a stick. Put some spice on it. Oh, gorging. They're so good. I love the spices. Very tender. It's chewy, but it's not so chewy. Spices are incredible. A little bit of spice, not too spicy. The only thing is that it's really hot. Oh man, that was good. For $1. Yeah, let's do a selfie. China, China, China. Wow, that was a little intense. That food court was pretty amazing. Oh my god, my nose is running. That was really spicy. What we're gonna do now is we're going to the other market, Wushan Night Market. Over 400 vendors. We're just gonna go check it out, see what they got. Basically, I'm going to show you guys because I already bought my stuff, but I really want to see the market, you know? I'm really into markets. Instead of taking a DD or a taxi, I decided to walk. I checked and it was only like a 25-minute walk. So I have to walk west on the same street. And once we get to a certain street, we have to make a right. So, I mean, it's right here, not that bad. 25 minutes is not a big deal. I need to get some more steps in because I've been like really trying to exercise. I've been eating way too much food. I need to like burn all those calories. Yeah, I'm excited because I just want to see what they got. I left my backpack, I left everything over there at the apartment. I just didn't think it was worth taking everything with me. Brought an extra battery and that's it. Oh, we're almost there, we're almost there. 10 minutes, that's all we got, 10 minutes. I think we're entering the market. As you can see, there's a few street food vendors right here. You know, little hole in the walls. And the market should be right up here. Here it is, Wushan Night Market. Lots of souvenirs, 400 vendors. Let's check it out. As soon as you walk in, you can see they're selling cigarettes. They're selling like camera cases. They're selling iPhone cases, selling clothing. I feel like it's just like a secondhand market. I mean, pretty cool stuff actually. Really cool stuff. Lots of clothing here. Got some bras here, got some hats, lots of hat shops, jewelry. I mean, wow, so many. This feels like a market I've been to like in Chiang Rai, like the night market in Chiang Rai, Sunday night Chiang Rai market. And then here we also have basically a lot of glasses here. I mean, let's see what I find. I'm really looking for something unique, and if I don't find anything unique, I won't buy anything, you know? So I'm guessing there's a lot of fake stuff here because I'm seeing a lot of the belts, and they have like Gucci, you know, I don't know, Ferragamo, lots of fake things. We also have fake watches here too. They're pretty cool watches. I mean, I would buy one, but it's fake. Unfortunately, I like it, but it's fake. Can I see this one? See this one? 100% those watches are fake. The Panerai costs $100. The Peugeot costs $100. But they're pretty amazing. I mean, they look really, really real. But I don't buy fake things. If I'm gonna buy something, I'm gonna buy it real. I'm gonna support the brand. Can't do this, you know. I can't buy fake stuff. Pretty cool cases here. This case is amazing. Look at this case. This is awesome. Oh, but it's too soft, that one. What else do they got? It's just like endless stores, endless. It's like, it's crazy amount of stores here. I mean, it's mostly clothing, and then you have a ton of other stuff where, wow, this is really cool. I'll buy, that looks nice. I really want to rest. The power just went out, and every single vendor has like their little light. Oh my god, it was pretty amazing. And right here, they're actually getting manicures. I was asking how much, but it's 300. So what is that? It's like 50 bucks to get a manicure right here in the you know, in the market. That's pretty expensive, I think. And yeah, we also saw some other stuff there. Some ladies selling some Buddhas. I mean, I'm basically done with the market. I finished the end. Now I'm gonna go back the other way, slide through here. You know, we got some more belts, perfume, lots of stuff. A little too much. I just don't like the fake stuff, you know? And here we have like never-ending umbrellas. Never-ending umbrellas. You can buy bras here if you really want one. Hey, how you doing? And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the night. We had some amazing food on the other street. So many delicious things. I mean, the sticks we started with, the tofu, all the snacks, the beef jerky,
all the jerkies were so freaking delicious. Then we finished up there, we came over here, and yeah, I mean, this is a must visit. I mean, if you're in town in Hangzhou and you have an hour or 2 hours to kill, and you, at night especially, obviously, come here to the Wushan night market. You will love it. I hope you love this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome travel content. I'll see you in the next travel food adventure in China, somewhere in China. Let's go. Good morning, everyone. This is David Hoffman from Davidsbeenhere, coming at you from Hangzhou, China, the tea capital of China. Today what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take you to eat a delicious Hangzhou style Chinese breakfast. It's my last morning here and I cannot wait to fill up on some delicious food. I've already been to a few of these spots, but there's also a few other ones they told me about. They look amazing. Then after that, we're gonna go back to my apartment, grab all my bags, and then go to the East train station and take the bullet train back to Shanghai. There's 3 train stations here. The East one's the best one because it has the most bullet trains per day. The bullet train only takes 45 minutes to get from Hangzhou to Shanghai. I'm going in business class and it cost me 210 yen, which is like $35 US. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I like it. You know, it's more luxurious. You know, you have places for your bags, and it really feels like you're in like outer space. Like I'm in a, I don't know, like a spaceship in an Avengers movie or something, you know? It really feels different. And yeah, let's go do that. I'm hungry. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Right now we're inside the old town, and this is where Hefner Street is, which is like a pedestrian only street. I visited last night and made a video about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm walking actually on the outside of it, on the area where it's all restaurants, and I know there's a lot of restaurants here. Look really good. There's actually one that's like a Middle Eastern one. Looks really like, oh, here it is. I think this is it. That's it. Look, they're doing like kulcha. So basically, as you can see, it feels like I'm in India. They're doing like Amatari kulcha in a way. A little bit like that. I mean, it's just like a big, you know, flatbread with different vegetables. You got like some sesame seeds in there. You have some, what is this? I don't even know. There's so many different things. I just don't know what they are. I mean, it looks good. Oh yeah. Black sesame, spring onions. Remember, here in China, you gotta always hold like this. Never actually touch the food with your hands. Super disrespectful. It's good. Super crispy, very airy, as you can see little holes. I love the black sesame. Gives it like almost like a chocolate taste. So good. Hey, how you doing? Everybody loves me here. Like I mentioned, guys, this is the tea capital, green tea capital of China. So we got green tea with the flatbread. I love that you can actually like just eat the tea. Take it down. Way too hot. I'm really enjoying this. You guys see the chef right here in the front of the restaurant. He has the dough. He's rolling it up, you know, rolling it out. The flatbread, you know, he basically makes it like super thin so they can make it very crispy, and they put it into like the big, like a little big oven, sort of like how they have it in India. So this with the tea costs 6 yen, so $1. Good way to start the morning. It really is unique having black sesame. It's so different. If you're into spring onions and black sesame and you like bread, you'll love this. Oh, it's just too hot. Too hot. Take care. Bye, bye. That was really good. It wasn't really filling, but it was nice. Black sesame was just like a different world. And here we have another spot, looks really good. And this one was the one they told me about. That's some of the best like bread, but it's like thicker bread. That was like thin, crispy. Here they have like big, thick, almost like cakes, you know? So I'm getting one of these big, fluffy cakes, and it costs $2. I don't know what's inside, we'll see. Okay. Okay, so it's like a super fluffy bread. Okay, so it reminds me of like a biscuit in America. Like if you go to McDonald's, you get an egg biscuit, like an egg biscuit sandwich. This is the biscuit. Very dense dough. You get some onions in here. There must be egg in here, maybe some custard. Really hard to get through. Oh wow. Very nice, fluffy, dense, a little crispy on the bottom. Ooh, I think it's too much though. Might have to get like one more bite and that's it. It must have custard. It's a little sweet. I mean, you don't taste it like a big blob. It's not like oozing out, but for sure it's here because it's a very sweet biscuit. All right, I'm gonna save this for later. Let's continue this food tour. Ni hao.
Ni hao, ni hao.
So the biggest issue here is that, you know, because of the language barrier, you don't know what you're eating. So you have to really look and see what they're doing with it, like how they're making it, and then you decide. So like this one I saw, it was dough, and I saw a few vegetables, and I saw some stuff there, and I was like, yeah, you know, it looks good. Now we're gonna go inside. I'm gonna go to one of my favorite spots now, because those two spots were just some random spots that they told me about. But let's go find the most delicious like tofu sandwich of all time. Half of the street that's made up of like souvenir shops, a lot of tea places. They have like a big pharmacy here. They also have like a lot of like beef jerky, you know, pork jerky, like forever kiosk here. So kiosk in the middle, and then shops on the right and the left. Like right here you have like shoes, never ending shoes. But at a certain point here's another street where McDonald's is. So McDonald's, you make a right and you go all the way down to the gate, and next to the gate is my favorite spot. And this is called the Royal Street. This was the main street when Hangzhou was one of the ancient capitals of China. And as you can see, I mean, like on the right you have shops, then you have a huge like sidewalk, right? And then you have like little streams, because there's actually a stream that goes through here and it connects, and it's like, the way they built it is pretty cool. It just goes through and it keeps going and going and going and going, and it like separates the street a little bit. So on one side you have, you know, shops, sidewalk, stream, sidewalk, shops. The Royal Street is beautiful, and they have actually probably the most expensive shops here, because there's a lot of silk shops, a lot of like handicraft shops, but everything looks very, very expensive. But I mean, the main attraction on that street is for sure the stream that goes through it, because this is like a very ancient stream. What I was seeing, what my guide told me yesterday, is that stream has been here forever, and obviously they just made it better and made it, you know, beautiful. And then as you continue through here, you can see sort of the depiction of what this place was, right? You saw this yesterday. So the houses, bikes, and then over here, yeah, right there, we have the gate, and beyond the gate, we got some more food. This was the entrance to the old town when this was the capital of China. When it wasn't the capital of China, they converted it into a drum tower. And if you want to go up between 9:30 and 12, you can go up, and then 1:30 and 4:30. It's just turned 9, so we might not be able to go up, but if we're here after 9:30, we'll go up. And this is my favorite breakfast spot. Ni hao. This one. Oh, this is gonna be so good. This is a Hangzhou specialty. It's basically like a super thin crepe with spring onions. She presses it down, you know, she presses it all the way down, makes it very thin, and then she gets the tofu and fills the crepe with the tofu and makes like a tofu crepe sandwich, you know, with spring onions. It's really good. I had it yesterday. Spice. And here we go. Ooh, it looks a little spicy, this one. Man, it's almost like a panini, right? So it's been pressed together. You got the tofu in the middle. You have this nice sauce. You know, the spring onion throughout. You can actually see the spring onion through the crepe. Wow, there's a lot of spring onion. Still really hot. Oh, but I like it like that. But I mean, this is how they eat it, right? They always eat everything hot. So I didn't just get this, I also got a wonton soup. That's really hot, so I'm gonna wait for that. I'm gonna finish this, then I'll jump on that. It's a little sweet with the contrast with the spicy sauce. They also have another like sweet sauce on top too. But the spring onion, so good, so fresh. And they have like hot sauce here, right? Let me try a little bit. Oh. That's not hot sauce. That's like straight up chilies. Alright. I don't need that anymore. This is like tofu heaven. In every Chinese restaurant, they always have a trash can right next to your table. You just go like this, toss it. Whoa, never gonna jump on these wontons. They're just so hot. Way too hot. I'm just gonna grab one. These are almost like the slippery ones. Like good, dense piece of pork right in the middle. Then you have the nice wonton and like just slides down your throat so quick. It's gone. Wow. And they give you a lot. Easy like 12 different wontons in here. They also have some more spring onions, a few more vegetables, super light. You know, I never thought I was gonna be eating wonton for breakfast every day. As I seen them do it here, like literally everybody's doing that, or they're having like noodles, or they're having xiaolongbao. I mean, it's just like, this is part of eating breakfast in China. And you know, a lot of carbs obviously, but you need carbs to fill you up in the morning so you can have energy. The broth is just way too hot. The wontons are fine. You gotta let them just cool down a little bit. Yeah, as you can see, I had basically carbs. That's all I've had. Now before I end this, I'm gonna get some of that chili sauce. Just a tiny bit of chili right there. Damn. I mean, it's hot. Like, way too much. But the most amazing part about eating the way I'm doing it today is that you're really eating with locals. There's no tourists here, none. Every single person here is from Hangzhou, or has come from somewhere in China, but yeah, you won't find any Westerners here. And that's the way it should be, because the good food is not where the tourists are. Last three. They're so easy to eat. Whew, what a big breakfast. That tofu sandwich and the wontons cost me 15. The thing before that 2, and the thing before that 6, so 23. So under $3, you have this big breakfast. And oh, so this is open actually. Okay, we're in a little museum now. This shows you what the city used to look like when it was the capital of China. So you have, you know, the gates, you have these huge streets, you have temples, you have housing, you have the hills, you have, you know, obviously the farmland outside. Then over here to the left, we have a little like reenactment, right? And then over here we have some beautiful paintings. The museum's pretty cool, and it's free. Should definitely go in there, learn a little bit about the history. You know, this was the capital of China. That's why it was like the biggest city in the world for a good amount of time. I think there was like 2 million people. Marco Polo actually visited and he couldn't believe it when he got here because it was the biggest city in the world at that time. And yeah, so we're gonna walk right back through everything we just came from and go straight to my apartment, grab my bags, and go straight to the train station. When you travel here in China on the bullet train, this is how you have to do it. You have to buy your tickets online. If you can't do it yourself, ask somebody to do it for you. You use your credit card and you have a reservation number. When you get to the train station, you have to show your reservation number and your passport. Then you get your ticket. I highly suggest being there about an hour early, an hour before your train, just so you're safe. So if it takes, you know, 30 minutes in traffic, leave an hour and a half before your train. It's the best thing to do, because if not, you might hit some traffic, you might get there late, and you do not want to risk it. You want to get on your train, and there's security checks, etc. So enough talking, let's get my bags and go to the train station. And that's my apartment. Have to quickly pack up everything, check, double check, triple check, and go. I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, bags in, Didi here, let's get in the car, Hangzhou East. Whew, too many bags. We're a little behind schedule. My plan was to leave at 10 a.m. because my train's at 11:40 and I wanted to have time, you know, in case there's traffic, you know, go through security, get your ticket, etc. We left at 10:20 because I had to double and triple check all my stuff, you know, make sure I have my passport, laptop, and camera. But everything's fine. We're almost there. We just passed through the downtown area. As you see, you know, lots of skyscrapers. There's 6 million people in Hangzhou, 22 million people around the city, which is crazy. There's 150 cities in China with at least 1 million people, and I can only name like maybe 12 cities, like the 12 that I know, or the 6 that I've been to and 12 that I know, right? But yeah, we're almost at the station. Once we get there, we have to go through security. Whew, let's get there. So we made it to the train station. As you can see, it is huge. It looks like an airport here. This is a really big train station. Lots of people. Luckily, it's not as bad as Shanghai. Shanghai, it's like 50,000 people at any given moment, just like walking around. Here, it's a lot less. So as soon as I go in, I have to have my passport on hand. Got it? Oh wow. Here we go. Like I said before, there's always gonna be an issue. So I can't go through here, can't use my passport to get through here. I have to have my ticket, so she said I have to go downstairs to pick up my ticket. Luckily I'm here about an hour early and I have time to do this. So we found that the escalators downstairs, made a quick right, and then here we are. This is where everybody's buying their tickets, refunds, and then here it says foreigners. So if you're a foreigner, you're getting this line, international passenger ticket. Just get this line and wait. So many people, I mean, it's never ending. This line is not bad. I mean, it's like 10, 12 people. Luckily, I already bought my ticket, so all I have to do is give my passport, my reservation number, and I get my ticket. But yeah, this is China. China, there's always lines everywhere you go. 谢谢.
Get in the waiting room and then find number 15B.
Perfect. If you're going in business class, just go to that window right there, and you don't have to make the lines. I got my ticket, got my passport, right? Now I have to go back upstairs, exactly where I came from, go through that security, and then we'll be in the station. So now you know, when you come to Hangzhou, come pick up your tickets at the bottom level. So don't let the DD or the taxi drop you off upstairs, because there's no point. You have to come downstairs, get your ticket. Ni hao. Oh. 谢谢. Throw all your bags on here. We made it through security. Now we're walking through the station. As you can see, what a station. Like easily 50 feet in height, maybe more, probably like 100 feet in height. I mean, this is a ginormous station. And yeah, it's super like futuristic, modern. The second level, you can see all the restaurants up there. Tons of restaurants. Bottom is all retail, but super spacious. I mean, they really know how to make a good train station here in China. Like, they've all been so beautiful and advanced like this. I feel like I'm in a spaceport. Straight up, like, China is so amazing. I love China. Oh, and something I gotta mention is that here on the bottom, there's like these arrows and it'll tell you ticketing, you know, ticket check over here, west exit, toilet, drink water, east exit, ticket check, drinking water. I mean, it basically tells you where everything is. So in case you find yourself and you're like, oh, where's the bathroom? Just look down. You can see these arrows and they point you in the right direction. China, so smart. Ni hao. 谢谢. So if you travel business class, there's a business class lounge, right? Like I said before, business hours are between 5:20 a.m. and then 10:30 p.m. Pretty cool, let's see it. Nice. You guys are so nice. You wanna do it too? Okay.
有吗？
要吗? The girls here are super nice. But as you can see, it's super sleek business class lounge. Here they have snacks. They have like tea, orange juice, you got water. So I mean, they basically just give you a few extra perks so you can just chill. We also have some green tea. Probably get one of these snacks here, take it with me.
Hi.
Okay, so the women here are extremely friendly. It's so funny. But I got myself like it looks like a ton of different like fruits and vegetables. I've never tried this before. It's like a Chinese brand. So let's open this up. Okay. Let's see what this is. Oh man. You got some of the paper on me. All right. It's like lychee. Oh, it's so good. Nice and cold. All the women working here are like, they're like in love with me for sure. It's so funny. They're all just like But yeah, we're boarding in the next 10 minutes, so they're just gonna let me know. When you come in, you basically give them a passport, give them your ticket, and then they'll call you 10 minutes before the line's ready to board. So you just walk out of here and go straight to your queue or to your, like, I guess your gate, right? Shay Shay. Bye bye. The women here at the business class lounge are amazing. This girl's like literally walking me to my gate. Can you believe that? I mean, it's super like exclusive treatment here. I feel like a celebrity. This lady literally walked me straight to my gate. She's so funny. I think we're boarding though. And she's gonna actually get me in the front of the line. So I'm cutting the line here. Big line. Thank you. So now you know, if you go in business class, go to the business class lounge, chill there. When you're done, they literally will walk you to your gate and get you through first. So it's like priority access or priority check-in. I wish I knew that earlier. I took it twice already. I didn't do that. I just like went straight to the gate and waited. Wow. All right, we're here. We're waiting for the train. We depart in exactly 8 minutes. That's how it works here in China. They don't let you on the platform until you're like about to leave. So the train gets here, you get on, you have like literally 2 minutes to get on, get in, sit down, go. So on your ticket, you see your cart number, right? So mine's 3. And on the floor right here, you can see 3. And then over there, they have 6. Over there they have some other ones, but this is number 3, that's business class. Over there should be first class. Business class is the best though. And this is my spot, 8F. This is actually a way bigger business class. The last 2 I've been on, they've been like only 5-seaters. This is like, so 8, so what's that? Can't do math right now. 24 seats here, 24 seats. And yeah, 8F. You got your TV here. You have your, you know, little tray table here. You can extend to like go all the way down, like flat lay beds, right? It's basically like being in business class on a plane. This was cool though. This was nice. We just left Hangzhou East. I'm excited. I love this thing. Like it just like the whole time looking out, seeing all the skyscrapers, all the green. This city is really just beautiful. You can see so many skyscrapers, like easily a few thousand buildings of 20 stories or more. I mean, it's just like an ever-ending amount of buildings. What? And yeah, in case you didn't know, the bullet train is the fastest way to get around China. They started their first one, I think, in 2008, and now they have thousands of bullet trains, thousands of lines connecting almost every city. From Shanghai to Beijing, I think it's like 4 hours. From Shanghai to Hangzhou and Hangzhou to Shanghai is 45 minutes, so really, really fast. It goes 350 kilometers per hour, which is roughly 217 miles per hour. Right now we're going 258 and we're speeding up, we're speeding up, we're speeding up. You know, we're gonna get to certain points where we get to 350, but then we slow down because we're already getting there. You know, usually like 20 minutes before we're getting to Shanghai, we'll start slowing down really fast. Yeah, and business class is, you know, affordable. 210 for 45 minutes. So you're talking about like $32 for 45 minutes. Super comfortable. You got a place to put your bags. You have a super relaxing chair. Like you got leather, you can stretch out. You can, if you're hungry, you can open this up and eat. They give you some crackers and some water. I mean, basically it's a short route, you know, so if it was like a long route, I'm sure they give you food. And yeah, as you can see, a lot of people sleeping, reading, chilling, and the best part for me is these huge windows because you really enjoy the bullet train ride. You know, you can enjoy the experience. Oh, here we go. Okay. So there's like some wipies, and here a gift for business seat. So we have a table just like on an airplane. It folds open, and then here we're gonna open our little gift, the gift for business seat. It's probably just a lot of crackers and cookies. Rip this open. Yep. You got some chocolate here, raisins, peanuts, biscuits, gummies, braised beef. I don't know. Maybe I try this one. Let's open one of them. Okay. Alright. I'm good with that. I need water. Need to stay hydrated. For some reason it was really cold the first few days of the trip. Now it's freaking hot. Summer begins in like early April here in China. We are in South China. Considered South China. For me, it's not really South China. It's like Central China. But there's a river that divides like North and South. It's really hot, so I recommend coming to China, I'd say between October and March. Something like that. That's when I actually recommend going to like Europe. Europe, I'd say September to May. Here, it's like October to March just because of the weather. You know, you want to get in like colder weather. The hotter it gets, the worse it is. You don't want to be walking around in the heat. I personally can't stand walking around cities in the heat. I mean, I'm from Miami, but I really like a little bit of a breeze. And yeah, we're literally almost there. We have about 15 minutes to go. That's like the fastest thing ever. 45 minutes. I mean, by the time you sit down, open your thing, drink some water, relax, chill, you're almost there. And if you were going to drive between these two cities, it would take 3 to 5 hours. Bullet train is the best. If you have some time and you want to really relax, make this thing a real bed. So press the button, extend all the way. Watch, we're gonna go all the way down. It's gonna take a while. And you don't have to do like the full bed. You can just go medium or just back to normal. And just like that, we're back in Shanghai. 45 minutes. It's so fast. We were going like 290 the whole time. We had to actually stop at one station for 1 second, literally for 1 minute. Some people got off, people got on, and we kept going. And here we are, Shanghai Hongqiu Railway Station. I'll have to go to the back of this train and get my bags. What an epic morning it's been. We started off with a Hangzhou style breakfast. So we had like a Chinese flatbread, really crispy, yummy, then a sweet biscuit. Then we had a tofu sandwich, which is the best and only found in Hangzhou. Then we had a wonton soup, really filling, only $3 US. $3 US for that entire breakfast. Then we traveled between Hangzhou and Shanghai via the bullet train, 350 kilometers per hour in business class, and it only took 45 minutes. That is the best way to travel between these two cities, because if you drove, it would take like 3 to 5 hours with traffic. Don't do that. Travel on the bullet train. I suggest if you're ever traveling in China, always go with the bullet train. It's the best way to travel, unless you're gonna travel really, really far, like Shanghai to Xi'an or something, that might be easier to fly, right? But yeah, guys, I hope you love this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome travel content. I'll see you in the next travel food adventure somewhere around the world. Peace. Hey, what's up everyone? This is David Hoffman from Davidsbeenhere, coming at you from Shanghai, China. I'm just wrapping up my 10-day adventure through 3 Chinese cities, Shanghai, Suzhou, and Hangzhou. Basically, these other 2 cities are really close to Shanghai. They're, you know, a 22-minute bullet train and a 45-minute bullet train. So really close, great day trips, but you should definitely take more time for these cities. So I started the trip off in Shanghai, did 4 awesome days, ate a lot of food, saw attractions, drank some beer. Then I took a bullet train, 22 minutes all the way to Suzhou, right? So 22 minutes, super quick. Got there. It's a beautiful ancient water town, but it's really big. It's like 6 million people. You know, you have the water, you have a lot of food. The food there is ridiculous. The sweet and sour fish, oh, blew me away. So freaking delicious, so good. And there's so many other foods. And then we also went down to Dongli, which is like a water town. It's the most famous water town in that area. It's about an hour drive south, and it's just gorgeous, really incredible. Saw some gardens as well over there. There's the famous gardens in Suzhou and in Dongli. And then I came back to Shanghai and I did 1 day with my friends at Group Renault. And then the next day I took a 45-minute bullet train ride south to the city of Hangzhou, which is famous for being the tea capital of China and for their West Lake. They also have a very beautiful old town, and they have incredible food. Incredible food, so good. Oh man, I mean, I'm blown away by the food in China. Like really, I came here 4 years ago. I ate good food, but this time it was like it changed the way I see Chinese food, because each city is so different. And you know, now for me it's like Indian, Chinese, and Italian. They're my 3 top foods of all time. And at the moment we're driving over to the Shanghai Pudong Airport, and today I'm flying from here to Dallas, like 14 hours, 15 hours, connecting there 3 hours, and then 3 hours to Miami. So it's a long day, it's like over 24 hours. It's already been a long day. Started off in Hangzhou, long day so far. We're getting to the airport. I'm gonna check in, and then I'm gonna talk to you more about the trip. Let's go. We made it here, Shanghai Pudong. And we are at, where is this? Entry 24.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. When you fly from Shanghai to Dallas via American Airlines, you're gonna fly on a 787 Dreamliner. Great plane. As soon as you enter the airport, you have to go through a security check, right? And then you get here and you have a humongous screen. It says international departures. I'm looking for Dallas. Dallas. I don't see it. But over here it says American to the right, so that should be it. And that is F. And there's, you know, A through K. Is that what it is? A through K? Let's see right here. The best part about being gold with American is you get to go priority. Oh wow, that was crazy. So many people in there. Security took forever because they make you take out everything. Power bank, laptop, drone, camera, belt, shoes, I mean everything. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna look for the Air China business class lounge. That's the one I have access with American as gold. And I think this might be it. It says Air China first class lounge. Let's try it. So this is it, the Air China first and business class lounge. I mean, everything is here. All the airlines here are Star Alliance, but it does say American Airlines. Let's hope that my gold status gets me in. Well, bad news, I don't have access. I don't know why it says here that I do, but they said I don't. Even with gold or Admirals Club, I just don't have access to any of the lounges, which is fine. I mean, I only have an hour before boarding, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for something to eat, and I'm gonna sit down and talk to you guys. Here in the second level is a ginormous food court. There's different things. So we got Burger King, there's a ramen place that looks amazing. There's also a Chinese place that has dumplings and like noodle soups, and I went with that. So I ordered the B, so it costs 88, and here we go, 88 yen, and we got 3 crispy shrimp dumplings. We have this amazing mushroom spicy noodle soup, and we got some cabbage. I got some of the spice over here, and I got some soy sauce as well. I'm gonna separate all that. And I wanted to tell you guys quickly about this airport. If you guys didn't know, there's 2 airports here in Shanghai. This is the Shanghai Pudong Airport. It mainly serves international flights. It's the busiest international hub in China, and it's also the 9th busiest airport in the world, with over 70 million passengers passing through here in the year 2017. The airport consists of 2 main terminals, and this is Terminal 2. I'm gonna have to start with some of these crispy dumplings, shrimp dumplings. You can see it's still really hot, really hot. So here, put in some of the soy. Oh, it's actually amazing. I love these. There's big chunks of shrimp inside and super soft, crispy dumpling. It's not too crispy, just a little bit. So now I'm gonna get some of that spice. Just put a little bit there. Very nice chili flakes. Best thing to do is put some of the spice in the soy sauce and just do this, you know? So good. I'm gonna miss this. Next up we have cabbage. It looks like it's cabbage with like some soy sauce. Very crunchy, refreshing. Oh yeah. I'm all about the vegetables here in China. They're always so delicious, so fresh. I'm gonna go a little nuts here. Put some of the spice. Putting spice on everything. Why not? Oh yeah, better. Don't leave anything. Eat it all. And whoa. So they're thin noodles, but there's so many of them. Right. So I get a little bit of that. It's still way too hot. The best thing to do is just like hold it in the air for a second. You know, just leave it there. The problem is the soup is boiling, so it keeps the noodles super hot. Oh, very nice. And here we have an egg. This almost reminds me of like a ramen because I haven't had egg in any of my noodle soups. I mean, even at the airport, the food's amazing. Chinese food anywhere in China can't go wrong. Like, I really believe you can't go wrong here in China anywhere, any hole in the wall. As you see, lots of tiny diced mushrooms. I think there's also some pork in here. I'm gonna be brave now. Just gonna drop a bunch in here. Bam. Mix it in. Yeah, let's make this thing spicy. I don't know if I should be doing this before flight, but whatever. It wasn't crazy spice, but now I feel it, and it's been like chilies all throughout the broth. Oh. I really have to eat before the flight because we're boarding like in an hour. Take off in like, let's say a little over an hour and a half, and then we don't eat for another hour plus. So I gotta eat now. Also, the food on American Airlines doesn't blow me away at all. And it's not Chinese. And how can I forget to finish the soup? This is really yummy. I mean, for being fast food, cost me what? $12, $13? As soon as I came downstairs, I saw a Tsingtao beer bar. Tsingtao is like the biggest beer company here in China. It's actually the most consumed beer in the world because obviously it's 1.8 billion Chinese and this is what they drink. The original Tsingtao beer is like very watered down, Bud Light, Budweiser style. I'm all about craft beer. I like dark beers, so I went with their stout. I haven't tried it yet. Looks amazing. Let's try it right now. They gave me it really, really cold. Gotta open it like that. This is the old school way. I actually hate this. If you don't remember this is like back in the 70s and 80s. People would drop this in the beach and then you cut your foot. Perfect pour. Remember, always till your glass when you pour. There we go. And the reason I love stouts so much because the world of beer was introduced to me by Guinness. When I went to the Guinness factory back in like 2007 or 8, and I went to the Guinness factory, the Guinness storehouse, and I drank their beer and I was blown away by stouts. Stouts are like the best. It's nice. It actually says it's German brewing style for the stout. So it has a roasted malty aroma and mellow taste. Very smooth. It's a good beer. It cost me $50, so it cost me like $8. I think it's worth it though. Haven't had a good beer in a while. Well, I had a good beer like one time here in Shanghai when I went on a beer tour, but that's it. I gotta drink my beer and I have to go to the flight. 15-hour flight. Here we go. Damn good. Bottoms up. This is our gate 87, and we are boarding. Let's get on the plane.
One by one, please. One by one, please.
Hey, how you doing? All right, so we are heading onto the plane. Wow, 15 hours. 15 hours is pretty brutal, especially being economy, but it's not so bad because, you know, you have entertainment, decent food, and if you want, you can drink because they always give you alcohol. 24L, so I got an emergency aisle, window. Barely have a window there, but it's okay. Let's get on this plane.
That's sure.
How you doing? Good?
It's fine. Al, you're a crossover.
Thank you, thank you. Champagne?
Yeah.
I know. So this is my spot. 24L, window, emergency aisle. The best thing about this spot is that you have the bathroom right there. So we've been on the flight for like 10 hours. The total flight time is 13 hours, which is not so bad. And it's been a really, really smooth flight. Watched one movie and I slept easy like 6 or 7 hours. So it's been pretty good. We'll be in Dallas the next 3 hours, so I'll see you when we get there. And that's it. We're in Dallas after a 13-hour flight. Wow. My legs are really stiff. The main thing you gotta do when you travel that long is you have to get up every like hour, 2 hours and just walk around. Because if not, it kills you. And yeah, what I have to do now is that once you arrive in America, you have to get your luggage. You know, go get your luggage and then recheck it in for your next flight. So we're gonna do that. I have about 3 hours, so we're all good. The line at immigration was insane. It took us about an hour. I literally got out here, grabbed my bags, and I have to go back in, check back in, and get upstairs. I'll see you at the Emirates Club. Wow, we made it through security. It took a while. I mean, it's a lot of people here for some reason. I mean, it took an hour to get through like immigration, and it took another like 15 minutes to get through security. Once I got here, I came into D, and I stopped here at Stampede 66. It's a great place to get some Texas barbecue. I got some brisket. I love brisket. The brisket's like really chopped up. I need to eat something good because that flight was horrible. The combination of the barbecue sauce, coleslaw, and the brisket, off the chain. And I got a Dallas IPA. Really hoppy. It's actually from Access Brewing. Never heard of them before, but there's so many breweries here in Texas. It's like infinite. Oh man, this is like exactly what I need. I'm gonna get home like at 1 in the morning, so I need to fill up really fast. Still have an hour before boarding. Right now I'm in D terminal, and I have to go to C, so I have to take the Skylink. We'll do that after we eat. Just gonna enjoy this. Love the brisket, love it. There's many terminals here in Dallas Fort Worth, so you have to take the Skylink if you have to go to another terminal, right? This was A, B, C, D, E, and I was in D. Now I have to go to C. It's really fast. You just have to get up here, wait for it's basically like a metro system or like a tram. It's really quick, and yeah, I mean we're boarding in 35 minutes, so let's get there and get to Miami. So it's really quick on the Skylink, and if you have a 1 hour connection, you definitely make it, but you just gotta run. Luckily I had 3 hours. And that's it, we're boarding the flight. It's gonna be a quick 3-hour flight. That's pretty quick compared to 15, right? All right, so let's see how tight this spot is. All right, I made some new friends here. My girls.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up, Dave?
Chilling in the back. I gotta say, you guys are the nicest because I've had some bad stewardesses.
Not us.
And our journey from China to Miami is over. It was such a long day. You know, it was a 13-hour flight from Shanghai to Dallas, 3-hour connection, and another 3 hours over here. I mean, the first flight was really smooth. Food was horrible though. Luckily I made it up, you know, during Dallas, eating that brisket. The barbecue brisket in Dallas is a must at Stampede 66. Then taking the flight over here. I mean, the coolest thing is that, you know, we didn't have TVs, but you could put your iPhone or your iPad up and just watch something. You can connect to the internet there and watch the entertainment for free, which is really good. And if you're never going to China from Miami or Miami to China, it's 24 hours. So guys, I hope you love this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome travel content. What's up, man? David? Yeah, what's up? All right, guys, let's go.